And welcome to the Union Broadcast Booth. Myself, Aaron Poling, and Sam Brown coming to you live from the 2024 Elko Basque Invitational as the Evanston Outlaws will take on the Elko Bascos. As I'm Aaron Poling, that's Sam Brown joining me here in a moment. As when we come back, we'll set the scene for today's action. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Evanston Outlaws at the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in on 98.3 KDQ, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Get back to feeling your best with Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy. If you find yourself struggling with pain or limited mobility in your everyday life, your recovery starts here. With a personalized treatment plan just for you, our experienced physical therapists will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. Call us today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uintah County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Helpful, friendly, and knowledgeable, the staff at Kazine's Ace Hardware is ready to assist with any home improvement project. Kazine's Ace Hardware, the helpful place, has expanded their store and inventory to meet your every need. Next time you're updating, painting, or maintaining your home, or you're in need of small engine repair on your lawnmower, chainsaw, or snowblower, visit Kazine's Ace Hardware at 800 Front Street in Evanston.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast Booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament as the Evanston Outlaws will play the Elko Basque coming up in about 10 or so minutes as it is time to set the scene for today's action, brought to you by Farmers Insurance on the Kazine's Ace pregame show. And Sam, it has turned out to be a beautiful night for baseball. The wind is blowing a little bit, but it's kind of keeping the sun away and keeping the heat down.
You know, you're looking at a temperature in the low to mid 80s, and the breeze cools it off, to be sure. We'll have to see how that affects, any fly balls here. It's got a really good left to right action on it, and so we'll see how that affects play a little bit later. But you couldn't ask for a better night for baseball here in Elko, Nevada. Yeah,
if it's anything like the first three games that we've seen fly balls be taken by the wind and cause absolute havoc in the field. So for the players, you have to understand the wind's going to keep blowing that ball away. So don't just cruise to the ball. Get to the ball where you think it's going to land, because it might get blown on you. You might have to adjust. Good chance your first step's going to be left if you're standing out there, because if you go to the right, you're going to be a step or two behind it too. This is a wonderful facility here at Upper Kemp Field. The fences are tall around left field. It doesn't seem like an opportunity for a lot of home runs, but Evanston Outlaws fans, if you think back to last year, Gavin Oliver hit one to the daycare center out over the left field fence. So home runs are possible. Yeah. Haven't seen one yet today, but we've seen the ball crushed, and especially in a wood bat tournament, it's the great equalizer. Well, and exactly that. I could see a home run maybe if they got one up in the jet stream to right field, but I agree with you. Anything with this breeze is going to get knocked down if you're going left or center field. That last segment was brought to you by Farmers Insurance on the Kazine's Ace pregame show. When we come back, we'll give you some keys to today's matchup as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Auto, home, life, renters, and business all have one thing in common. They all need insurance. Choosing the right agent is always hard. Choose the agent that takes a professional and individual approach to each client. At Farmers Insurance in Lyman, you will find that agent. Farrell is a down-to-earth person who loves hunting, fishing, and above all, his family. Come in and visit him and his friendly staff for a quote today at 37 Mountain Meadow Street, Suite B in Lyman.
At Alta Construction, we specialize in pre-engineered steel buildings, interior office framing, finishes and flooring, concrete work from foundations to concrete flat work. Alta Construction specializes in industrial and commercial projects. Call today at 307-786-4834. Alta Construction, from conception to completion.
The town of Mountain View is located in the historic Bridger Valley and serves as the gateway to the high Uintas. With a panoramic view of the rugged Uinta peaks, you feel like you're in paradise. Our town park and scenic river walk offer a safe place for rest and relaxation. Looking for a great place to live? Our quality of life is great and our people are very friendly. Come join our tranquil way of life. The town of Mountain View, a gateway to the high Uintas.
Book your next event at Aspen Cinemas. Make it your own with corporate or family parties, birthdays, video game nights, or personal screenings of new movies. They're all available. With affordable pricing and easy booking, you can make your next event stand out at Aspen Cinemas. Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846. Book your event today at Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Bridger Valley Electric Association provides safe, reliable, and affordable electric energy and related services to their member owners in Wyoming and Utah. Bridger Valley Electric is a consumer-owned cooperative.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth in the middle of the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament, online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening on 99.1 The Big Doggin, KNYN back home in Evanston. This is all part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. It is time for some Ellingford Brothers keys to today's matchup. For all your sand, cement, and gravel needs, call Ellingford Brothers today, as my key to the game for the Evanston Outlaws is to get your legs going. It's a long drive. We made the same drive, myself and Dan Hubbard, who has called 3 of the 4 games with me today. We made that drive yesterday, so we understand how long it is, and it gives you the opportunity here to, being the late game, it gives you the opportunity to drive down the day of, but what it also means is that you are crammed in a car for the longest time, and now you got to get those legs going. Luckily, they've been here a while and have had a while to really get themselves going.
On the other side for the Bascos, I think you're going to look at how well they come out and actually tee that ball up. They're 0-2 here in the early season. They lost a couple of games earlier, last week I believe it was, to the Spring Creek Snowcocks. And I think a good start, a fast start, is going to really get them going, get their energy and their confidence up to be able to take on a team like Evanston that has a much bigger and longer track record when it comes to their season this year.
Yeah, Elko had a game earlier today. For me, it's the same thing. A lot of these kids, I think they've been around the ballpark all day helping with the field maintenance and stuff, and you got to get going as well. So for Elko, I think it's the same thing, is get out and get going, as it looks like both teams are going to start taking more ground balls.
And the real key here is just get out and have fun. I mean, let's not forget, this is summer baseball, man. You're out here to run in the grass and slide around the field and enjoy the weather and your teammates. There's just no better place to be on a summer evening than out here at the ballpark.
No, and it's been a beautiful day all day.
And it looks like weather-wise for the tournament, it's going to be really good as well.
Yeah, I think the only time it ever gets, what would be considered hot up into the 90s is probably on Saturday.
In fact, I'm going to cruise to the weather app and see
Weatherman Sam Brown.
Yeah, 94 projected on Saturday. No chance of precipitation this weekend. The only thing you really have to worry about is maybe a little bit of wind, which is typical. And you guys from Wyoming definitely understand that. Here at Elko, it's usually those mid to late afternoons. And again, the Old Glory snapping to attention over there on top of the hill above the middle school here. Perfect view here from Upper Kump Field. Just a lot of history here at this ball field, and just a wonderful opportunity here to be able to be out here in the summer. I honestly was not aware of this tournament. I think they just started it last year here.
Yep.
Coach Jeremy Etchemendy trying to get the kids some reps in the summertime, bringing it together for the wood bat circuit, and I think it's a great thing. I'm really excited to be a part of this now, and hopefully we'll make this a tradition with you, Aaron, and Dan over here to my right. We'll just get together every summer, hopefully.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I mean, you talked about the history of Upper Kump Field. I mean, share some stories for the folks back home.
Well, I look over there where the Outlaws are doing their infield, or I should say outfield throws. That was my first experience over there as a 13-year-old taking ground balls. I've played many games here on Upper Kump Field. Tripped over there in left field as you head up the hill to that high fence. It was a lot lower back in the day. This field, and actually this whole complex, started by Jay Kump, who is just a heck of a name when it comes to Elko athletics. A longtime baseball guy. He lived just a couple blocks from the field, and glad that we have these facilities here for the young men. We play a lot of football on these fields as well. So just a lot of memories when it comes to Elko athletics and these fields here just across the street from the fairgrounds.
Yeah, very reminiscent out in left field of the old Houston Astros Stadium before they took the hill out.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that, kids of a certain age, when you tell them Houston used to have a field or a hill out in center field, they're not going to believe you until you go back and you watch video of Jim Edmonds running up the hill and making that catch.
Yeah, you say there was a hill. Was that a minor league park? No. People paid full price for a ticket there. Yeah, it was a major league stadium. Was that the ambiance? I don't know, the home field advantage. But, I miss the quirks of some of the old ballparks, I love the Green Monster and the fact that it's still there, the Ivy at Wrigley Field. But nowadays you've got all those cookie-cutter ballparks. This is not one of them here at Upper Kump Field.
No, we need a modern polo grounds. That's what we need. We need about a 145 down the line that shoots out to about 1,000 feet out in center field. As that's part of what makes baseball great to me is some of the different home field advantages you have going to these different ballparks. And going to these different ballparks, every time you go to a new park, as an outfielder, you have to go take fly balls off that wall to see how it reacts. And I enjoy watching players have to take that challenge. I mean, it's a little easier from my couch to enjoy it, where if you're a left fielder, I can imagine, it's probably not as fun. We talked about the hill in Houston. What about the Crawford box in Houston? That's 315 that seems to just swallow line drives up and turn them into doubles.
I'm a big fan of the quirk, of the uniqueness, and I know it doesn't play well with modern sports and the marketability and the television and whatnot, but I'm with you, Aaron. It's those little rises in left field or the bump, in different places that makes, I think, made baseball a whole lot better. And that's one of the reasons why I love high school, is because you're gonna, or in this case, youth league, you're going to run across, those quirks, those bumps, those oddities in the venues, and I think it challenges the kids to recognize and overcome, and let's not forget that sports are about fun, but they're also about education. So.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break as there's a little bit of a delay here to the start of the game. So we're going to take a break as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament live from Elko, Nevada on MyLocalRadio.com, listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Growing up, it's all about having your independence. And Y-High is here to help you gain real financial freedom with a Y-High Independence Account. With an emphasis on education, growth, and experience, the Y-High Independence Account prepares you to handle your own finances, so you're ready for what life throws your way. We're talking no parent or legal guardian required on your account, no risk of collections or negative reporting, and no overdraft fees. Find your independence with the Y-High Independence Account today.
Sell or buy your home with a realtor you can trust. At Cowboy State Realty, we are dedicated to helping you with all your real estate needs. At Cowboy State Realty, we are working for you. Call us at 307-200-4332 to schedule an appointment today. At Reese Auto Service in Lyman, you will find highly skilled mechanics who will get the job done right the first time. They work on anything from light line jobs of tire alignments, suspension work, and oil changes to heavy line jobs of engine replacement, differentials, and all powertrain components. Make sure all your recreational vehicles are working at top speed by getting them checked at Reese Auto Service in Lyman so your time having fun doesn't end early. Reese Auto Service, 541 State Highway 413, Lyman.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth in the middle of the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament, live from Elko, Nevada, here at Upper Kemp Field. Aaron Poling and Sam Brown joining you from the Union broadcast booth. Sam, we got into a conversation about some quirks about the fields and different fields around Major League Baseball. We just found out a quirk that you happen to know, one of our umpires for today's game.
I do. I graduated high school with Jose Cardenas. He was a football player and a wrestler back in the day, and we were good friends in high school, 30-plus years ago. But he is a guy that's been dedicated to supporting youth sports as an umpire, and it's one of those things that it's getting harder and harder to find guys to put on the blue suit,
Yeah.
And to do these things, and you love the guys that endure and remember why they do it, and that's for those kids.
Yeah, speaking of enduring, Mr. Cardonas has done 4 games today. This will be his 4th game. Brad Patton behind the plate did 2 over at the Spring Creek field. So we want to thank our gentleman in blue for being here all day. And, I did an all-day tournament as an umpire, not to toot my own horn, last week, and I know how tough it is. And I swore it off. Like, I'm not as tough as these guys. After the final game, I was like, that's enough. That was tough. That was brutal. So we appreciate all the umpires around the state, around the country that are still willing to go out there.
Absolutely.
And, sometimes parents get a little rowdy. We all know that. And to be able to just take it with a grain of salt and continue to do the job, and you just have to love that there still are guys willing to do this, because 4 games in the Nevada sun has got to be a tough calling throughout the day.
100%. And the thing is once that wind picks up, that wind, it may not feel hot, it may not feel like it's doing a lot to you, but that sucks a lot of moisture out of you too. And the fact is to be able to do these things, it is staying focused on the reason why you're here. It's not about the parents. It's not about, you love the game to be sure, but it is that giving back. And there is a small, dwindling, if you will, group of people nationwide that are willing to, put the uniform on and make sure that these kids have the opportunity to do what they do. And I know that over the years, I have taken, just like we honor the men in uniform, like yourself, Aaron, who served for us. I like to think about those guys, those umps, those refs that put the uniform on for the good fight and for the kids. Make sure that we tell them how much we appreciate them.
Well, Sam, since you're new to our broadcast, we have an Aspen Cinemas Get to Know Your Red Devil Spotlight where we talk to some of the kids from Evanston. Okay. I think just for today, we're going to change it to the Aspen Cinemas Get to Know Sam Brown as introduce yourself a little bit. Let the folks at home know that know a little about yourself. We got to meet you last night at dinner, had a lot of fun, and I'm excited for you. You seem to love the game of baseball. Don't get to call it a whole lot, but I'm excited for you.
Well, I appreciate that, and no, I am not a high school student. Haven't been for quite some time. I know you guys were a little concerned who was going to show up at the Star last night. I'm a 52-year-old sports fanatic who's been in radio for about 35 years, dating back to my 16th year on this planet. I spun American Top 40 discs with Casey Kasem, if that tells you how old I am. Most people are like, who does that? Been calling games here in Elko for about 20 years consistently, the voice of Elko High School football and basketball, and just really excited to get the opportunity to come out with you guys, learn a little bit from you guys, and just watch some baseball between some kids. It's just that's what I love, the opportunity to give back a little bit and give those folks who can't make it to the games the opportunity to see their loved ones through our eyes. I live for that.
That was your Aspen Cinemas Get to Know Sam Brown segment, where at Aspen Cinemas you can now see Horizon, an American Tale, as Part 1 just came out, now playing. Get your tickets at Aspen Cinema today. As we look like we're about ready to get going, we're going to do the starting lineups, then the national anthem.
Did you say American Tale is playing it?
No. Horizon, an American Tale. Oh. The second part. No.
Okay. I was like, that was an old animated movie. And again, I'm showing my age.
Well, there's a good chance it might be, because there is all summer long. They are playing kids' matinee movies at Aspen Cinema, so there's a good chance maybe you could see American Tale in theaters.
All right. Well, we'll cross our fingers and hope, right?
Hey, just let me know if you make the drive to Evanston. I'll go with you.
You buy the sodas. I'll get the popcorn.
It'll both be out. Never mind.
Thanks again to the cinemas for sponsoring our baseball broadcast.
They're going over starting lineups real quick. We'll go over the Evanston Outlaws lineup. Center fielder, Ryder Wilson. First doing the pitching today, Walker Wilson batting second. Gavin Oliver will play short, batting third. Braxton Bauer will clean up, batting fourth. Jackson Osborne will bat fifth. He'll do the catching. Breckenridge at third will bat sixth. Tyson Bateman in right field will bat seventh. Jaden Windley, the second baseman, will bat eighth. Damian Kamen will bat ninth, and he will play left field. Let's go over the lineup for the Elko Bascos. Mando Acosta will lead off, play center field. Carter Kidwell, the shortstop, will play second. Adam Romanos, the first baseman, will bat third. Travis Monette will clean up, play second base. Torin Duke will play third, batting fifth. Ethan Krantz, the pitcher, will bat sixth. Cooper Deely will bat seventh, play left field. Kellen Wendell will be the catcher, batting eighth. And Cooper Arnguena will play right field, batting ninth. As that is the starting lineups for both teams, as we'll have the national anthem coming up for you soon. Just a reminder that the home plate umpire today will be Brad Patton, and the first base umpire will be Jose Cardones.
Catching, number 21.
As we'll get to the national anthem here in a moment, but once again, I can't iterate how great of a day it is for playing baseball. Just the wind, it's something, especially if you're Evanston, you're probably used to. But also one thing we want to talk about is Tony Natoli is making a homecoming move from Elko back to Evanston, and I got to talk to him after one of the games at the Pocatello Wood Bat Tournament, and he's excited to be back, as we're going to turn it over to the national anthem.
All right, let's play some ball.
Thank you to the Elko facility for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Plus, we just want to thank them in general for allowing us this great spot to watch baseball, as I am literally right on line with the point of home plate, as they've also been kind enough to allow us to get some drinks and some food.
Yeah, they've taken care of us, and I've only been here for, an hour. You guys have, I think, benefited even more so from their hospitality and largesse, and looking forward to another 3 days. A great group, great crew putting this on, and pretty well organized. Sometimes tournaments can get a little out of control, and this one they have got it dialed in, and it's flowing well.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the team dropping out late. They've done a terrific job, in my opinion, just to make sure everyone's going to get games here and, get an opportunity to play 5 games. And the Elko team themselves, they're going to have to play 6 just to make sure everyone gets 5. But I think they did a tremendous job with last-second circumstances of putting on what I think is a fun tournament. I had a ton of fun last year. So far through 3 games, it's been a blast.
No, I'm impressed so far. I thought it'd be a lot looser, but they've got it really dialed in. And the bottom line is kids are going to play some games, and that's what it's really all about.
Starting pitcher for the Bascos is going to be Ethan Krantz on the mound. We'll go over the rest of the starting lineup, defensive alignment, as Wendell behind the plate. From left to right on the infield, it'll be Duke, Kidwell, Monette, Romanos. In the outfield, it'll be Dealey, Acosto, and then Aranguena from left to right, as Ryder Wilson will lead off for the Evanston Outlaws as he comes into this matchup hitting .401, as he's been on a tear lately for this Evanston team, as he had himself quite the doubleheader Sunday against Rollins. First pitch to Wilson, off the plate outside, 1-0, as the first pitch of this game comes at 6:04.
Krantz 2-1 with a 3.55 ERA in the high school season and 12 appearances.
Winds up the 1-0. Swung on, popped up, middle of the infield, as Monette calls everyone off to make the play for out number 1.
That brings to the plate your pitcher number 5, Walker Wilson.
That'll bring up Walker Wilson with 1 out, top of the first inning, as he's on the mound today for the Outlaws.
Those Wilson's brothers?
They are indeed. They're actually the stepkids of manager Nick Small. The pitch misses outside and low for a ball, 1-0.
Basco's straight away in their alignment, despite the weather. I should say wind.
The 1-0 is a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. As we've seen quite a few teams, we even made the suggestion earlier, Sam, that maybe, at least in center field, you should probably shade towards right center a little bit more because the wind will blow the ball to you, the 1-1. Swing and a line drive that is fielded by Kidwell, turns, fires to first. A fine play to retire Walker Wilson as he picks it up in the 5-6 hole, throws him out for out number 2.
That was a great job going to his right and then coming across his body, a strong throw, and got Wilson by a step. And that was after he took a step to his left. So a great job there at shortstop, Kidwell making that play.
That brings up Gavin Oliver. As Evanston fans remember, last year he was the only home run that I remember seeing as he hit one over the left field fence. First pitch swinging at a breaking ball in the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. As Gavin has power, he has the only home run so far this year for the Outlaws. The windup, the 0-1. Misses down in the dirt, 1-1. Gavin Oliver comes into this at-bat batting .333. He has a .928 OPS and a .444 slugging percentage.
He swings a mean stick.
Yes, he does. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball in the outside corner, 1-2.
Looked like the kind of bottom fell out of that just right at the end. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but nice pitch there by Krantz.
Comes the 1-2. It's in the dirt, taken for a ball. 2-2.
Try to get him watching that breaking ball, but it dropped too far.
Braxton Bauer on deck, if we get that far. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a chopper to short. As it's cut off by Duke. Fields fires across. Nicely done there. As that'll do it for us here in the top half of the first inning. as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Evanston Outlaws at the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Friends don't let friends drink bad coffee. Come visit For Pete's Sake for fresh-made coffee, an amazing menu of home-cooked meals, and great company. Visit For Pete's Sake on the corner of 9th and Main, downtown Evanston.
Out here, we've always worked remote. Out here, stress usually refers to the pull on a rope. Where a stroll in the city is also a stroll in the great outdoors. Where work is a way of life, and life is good. Out here, the backyards are big, and the deals, they're even bigger. This is southwestern Wyoming, and it's where you can get the biggest deals on a vehicle you want with plenty of hometown hospitality. Heritage Auto, your hometown dealer with the biggest deals.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast booth in the middle of the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Invitational online at mylocalradio.com. Let's go over the starting lineup for the Boscos, as it is Mondo Acosto playing center field, batting first. Carter Kidwell will bat second, play shortstop. Adam Romanos will bat third, playing first. Travis Monette, the second baseman, will bat fourth. Torin Duke plays third, batting fifth. Ethan Krantz, the pitcher, will bat sixth. Cooper Deely will bat seventh, playing left field. Kellen Wendell will bat eighth, playing the catcher position, as Cooper Aranguena will round out the starting lineup playing right field, as Walker Wilson will take the mound. He has started 6 games, pitched in 10, made 10 appearances, 25 and a third innings pitched. He is 2-3 currently on the season, allowed 26 runs, 19 of them earned on 19 hits, 30 walks, 30 strikeouts, as his ERA is a 5.250, as Acosta will walk to the plate. Make that Acosta,
5'2", a little guy, but a speedy guy.
Walker Wilson comes set, the first pitch misses outside, ball one. And in that first game for the Boscos, Acosta really used his legs to, one, he walked, and then he took second base on a pass ball on that same ball four, the 1-0. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. He was able to make it all the way to second. Then in that next at-bat, he stole third, and as he stole third, the throw got away, was able to score, and that was the go-ahead run for the Boscos in that first game, as they're going to make Walker Wilson take off his wristband, play sheet.
Yeah, it's kind of a lost art, working the walk and playing small ball, if you will, stealing bases, sacrifice bunts and things like that, but it can be a real tool.
The 1-1, swing and a miss at a fastball above the shoulders, 1-2, as Walker Wilson got a little help there.
Yeah, he definitely chased that one. He wasn't going to do a heck of a lot with it either.
So Wilson comes set, delivers the 1-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner for out number 1.
Beautiful job of coming inside by Wilson, and I think he really locked up Acosta. He wasn't going to be able to turn on it, and an easy called third strike.
As always, the key on the mound for Walker Wilson is filling the zone. If he throws strikes, he's got good enough stuff to compete with most lineups. The first pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1, as that's Carter Kidwell, the shortstop, at the plate.
.359 hitter in the high school season, scored 26 runs and drove in 17.
So that pitch misses for a ball, 1-1. So Walker Wilson doesn't take much time, works exclusively from the stretch, holds at the waist, delivers the pitch. Swung on, popped up, out of play over the first base dugout, 1-2. Wilson ahead in the count, 1-2. Kidman steps back in. Wilson holds the belt, kicks and deals the pitch. A breaking ball that misses above the zone, as Walker didn't quite snap that one through, 2-2.
Good break on it, just didn't drop down in the zone, or else I think he would have gotten that. He would have gotten that call just a little bit more, or a little less elevation.
The pitch, swing and a miss at a breaking ball on the outside corner for out number 2, as Walker Wilson has back-to-back strikeouts to start the bottom of the first. So bring up Adam Romanos, first baseman, as he is a very, very tall kid.
Pretty skilled with the bat as well.
First pitch swinging, lifted to right field. As Bateman comes on, can't make the play. It's off his glove. As Romanos is going to work his way into second base. As the wind just kept pushing that ball away and away and away from Tyson Bateman.
You could see that. He had it sized up, and he wound up having to take an extra couple of steps, and it looked like it almost spun off his glove as right at the last moment that wind just kicked it a little bit farther than he expected it.
That'll be marked as an E9. Opportunity here for the cleanup spot, as that's Travis Monette.
308 hitter in the season, 21 RBI on 28 hits for the sophomore. Well, he'll be a junior.
Wilson comes set, checks on the runner. The pitch misses inside as Osborne picks it out of the dirt. 1-0.
Big lead out there at second base, but the Outlaws aren't holding Romanos on.
So Wilson looks in, gets the sign, comes set, the 1-0. Swinging a line drive back up the middle and through for a base hit. As Romanos hits the bag at third, he's going to score as that ball trickles by Ryder Wilson. He picks it up to throw into second, not in time, as the Bascos go on top 1-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard after an E9 and a single back up the middle. Advance the runner to second on an error.
That was a solid rip, and right in that hole, right over, I should say, second base. Might not have gotten to second base unless that ball, if that ball hadn't trickled past the center fielder.
That'll bring up Torrin Duke, runner on second, 2 down in the inning. Walker Wilson on the mound. You have to shake off those last 2 at-bats. As he comes set, holds at the belt, checks that runner. The pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, ball 1.
Wilson decided to come outside after pitching the previous 2 batters almost exclusively inside.
Comes set, checks that runner at second, holds at the belt. The pitch. That one just high above the zone. 2-0. So if you're Wilson on the mound, you can't let this inning spiral. You understand that you should have been out of it, but you can't do anything about it now. The pitch misses for a ball, 3-0.
He's having a hard time finishing, and those balls are staying high. And good job there by Torrin Duke to take them.
3-0 the count. Wilson comes set. Delivers. As it's a strike on the inside corner at the belt. 3-1.
Duke, a good hitter himself, 289 on the season, 24 RBI, and 8 doubles to lead the Elko High School squad this spring.
So Wilson comes set, gets a sign, checks that runner. The 3-1. Breaking ball misses high, as he didn't quite snap through that one. Back to your point, Sam, as that's a walk for Duke.
The plate for the Elko Basque.
Yeah, you could see that right away that it was going to stay high and not move, and Duke wasn't fooled at all as he takes the free pass over. 2 on now with 2 outs, and it'll be Krantz, the high school quarterback for the Elko Indians, coming up now for the Bascos.
Field umpire Jose Cordones had something to say to Walker Wilson. He does a really good job of communicating with the pitchers. We saw him earlier go to the mound and show a pitcher why he called a balk. As Wilson comes set, the pitch swung on, fouled straight back, 0-1.
Just a little bit behind on that swing by Krantz.
As Walker Wilson filled a fastball at the top of the zone. Comes set, holds the belt, the 0-1. Called a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. So after 2 strikeouts to start the inning, the last 3 runners have reached, one via an error, the other one via a single, the last one via the walk, runners on first and second. 2 outs in the inning, the 0-2 swung on, fouled straight back as Krantz will battle that one off and live to fight another pitch.
In the hole, 0-2, but he's got some good rips at it. Good battle here between Wilson and Krantz.
Wilson works from the extreme first base side of the rubber as he comes set, holds at the belt. The 0-2. Breaking ball misses low and outside. 1 and 2 is, I think that's a very good 0-2 breaking ball. You don't want to give up hit 0-2, especially with runners on, but that pitch that starts at the corner of the plate breaks off. I think that's a great 0-2 pitch.
And Krantz leaned over like he was almost ready to swing at it.
The 1-2. Looks like he went right back to it. 2 and 2. Want to get the runner here, or excuse me, get the out in the 2-2 pitch. You don't want to go full because with 2 outs, the runners will be released, and that run from second base is probably almost an automatic run on a base hit to the outfield. Comes set, the 2-2 pitch. As that clips him on the elbow. No, it clipped the bottom of the bat.
It sounded like wood, but it depends. It can you hit that exposed bone on the elbow, that can sound a lot like wood too.
I would say Krantz pointed to his forearm when he looked back to the dugout, but I'm guessing if he's still standing there, it probably hit the bat. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball skips by the catcher Osborne, as now both runners will move up. Runners at second and third. 2 outs. I mean, now you can erase the runners going, but now with the base hit, you could score 2 runs.
Yeah. Krantz didn't do a good job of selling it, but he keeps the last 2 pitches. He's come back and pointed at his forearm like, man, I can show you the tracks of the stitching.
I mean, he's the pitcher too. That looked like if that did hit him, it would have been in the right forearm, as you don't want your pitcher to get hit there. The 3-2 pitch. Inside off the plate as he draws the walk. The bases are loaded with 2 outs in the inning for Cooper Deely.
Brings to bat for Elko, left fielder, number 5, Cooper Deely.
Big spot here for the bottom of the order, a chance to really put Elko on top here. Leading 1-0, Deely, a JV player, up here with the big guys.
Wilson, you got to shut the door here as Deely's going to call timeout. You know, the innings kind of spiraled on him as he's throwing more pitches than he would have wanted, as he did have the fly ball out, but it was not converted.
Ooh!
As he plunks the batter, as that's going to be an RBI hit by pitch for Cooper Deely. Run will score 2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Basco's on top.
That was a high velocity fastball. Deely didn't even have a chance to react as that one got away from Wilson, and quickly it's 2-0.
Wilson climbs back on. He's thrown 26 pitches in the inning already. First pitch of the at-bat to Wendell, misses outside, ball 1. It's Wilson looking to find it here on the mound. Comes set, the pitch. Off the outside part of the plate, 2-0.
Really struggling to find that dish. You know, whether it's drifting high or staying low and outside, he just can't find the sweet spot yet.
The 2-0, swing and a miss, as Kellen Wendell was not looking to hit that one the other way. He's looking to do some damage on a 2-0 pitch.
He just threw it right by him, Aaron. That was a great fastball.
2-1. That one's lifted over the first base dugout, out and out of play. As we'll reset now, 2-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. Bottom of the first inning. Bosco's on top, 2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Big pitch in the game right here, the 2-2. Outside, 3-2. That'll release the runners from all bases. It's Wilson.
Even though Wilson's defense has let him down a little bit in this inning, I think you got to throw to contact and make the hitter beat you.
The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him the fastball above the zone for out number 3, but not before 2 runs come across on 1 hit. A couple errors in the inning and 3 runners left on as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Evanston Outlaws of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament, online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Bauer, Osborne, Rich due up in the top of the second inning when we come back.
At Uintah County School District number 6, each student is important. Each student has different interests. Each student has unique talents and areas for growth and development. We love and appreciate each student, and we work hard to make sure we are meeting the needs of each student so that when we all come together, we create a powerful school district filled with individual students headed for success. Uintah County School District number 6 in Lyman. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti. Traveling through the rugged terrain, in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse of what they've been searching for, the great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven. 100 Wasatch and 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast booth. Everything else is just internet. Aaron Poling and Sam Brown bringing you a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. Also listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network here at the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament, as we'll have every single game from the Elko field here and some select Evanston games from the Spring Creek field, as Braxton Bauer will roll to the plate, hitting .320 on the season. Krantz, second inning of work underway as that pitch misses high, ball one.
Outlaws went in order there in the first inning. Not much effort there, but I do think that Krantz had a lot to do with it. He moved the ball around the zone quite well, and I think he kept him off balance at least for that first trip.
The 1-0 missed inside, 2-0. Here comes the 2-0, misses outside, 3-0. As Braxton Bauer ahead in the count, 3-0. A player that's not afraid to swing in the 3-0 count, so we'll see what he decides to do here. Team down by 2. It's Krantz, the windup, the pitch. Strike called at the knees on the outside corner, 3-1. And Sam, even if you want to swing 3-0, that's not the pitch to do it.
No, you could tell that he looked at it, thought about it, and decided differently. That was not a lot he was going to do with that.
The 3-1, swing and a miss as Braxton Bauer was looking to break a window in the daycare center behind the fence in left field.
That was close. If he'd have made contact, that ball was going to go a ways.
The payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball down the third base line, foul. As we'll reset, do it again.
Good swing there, too. He just got to straighten that out a little bit. But he doesn't want to – I don't think he wants to test that side of the infield. That was 2 big outs in that first inning.
3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball at the top of the zone for out number 1.
That was right down the middle, but just a little bit high, and he wasn't able to bring that bat up and make contact with it. Good strikeout pitch there by Krantz.
This brings up Jackson Osborne. We talked about unique bats in one of the games earlier. Jackson Osborne could be on that team as well. First pitch misses above the head. 1-0 as he's got that green handle, pink barrel.
It looks like a piece of watermelon.
That it does. That's a good point. I've never thought of that. I've looked at that bat for about 2 weeks now and didn't think watermelon as that pitch misses
I
down and outside.
swear to you, I was looking for the seeds on the barrel of that bat.
I think it's probably because I don't eat enough fruit. The 2-0 pitch has a strike called on the inside corner, 2-1. I don't know when the last time I've eaten a fruit was, at least, that I've went out to intentionally look for.
I'll have a banana now and then in the mornings, but that's how you stay young.
2-1 pitch. There's a strike at the knees on the inner third, 2-2. Osborne comes in, batting .312 on the season. The wind of the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive back up the middle and through for a base hit as Jackson Osborne reaches with a 1-out single.
That's where both base hits this game have gone straight back up the middle and just to the left of second base. Elko had their base hit up the middle there, and then a nice, solid shot there for the Outlaws.
Osborne will be replaced by a courtesy runner because he is the catcher, as Osborne will return. This brings up Breckenridge, and this is going to sound funny, but hitting .246 right now, but that's a big improvement over where his average was just a couple of weeks ago when the Outlaws were in Green River. He was hitting under 200 as they're going to pick off to first. Throw over is not in time.
Romanos a big right-hander, so he doesn't get the advantage of being the southpaw and being able to lay that quick slap tag over at first.
First pitch to Rich in the dirt as it's Josh Moyo running for the Outlaws over at first.
Good block there by Wendell to keep the runner at first base.
Breckenridge last year had himself quite the tournament here in Elko, as he seems to like swinging the wood bat. The 1-0. Swung on, lifted, back over the Union broadcast booth and out of play, 1-1.
I hope I parked far enough away. I just had my windshield replaced earlier this year. And I've lost them at baseball tournaments before.
Oh, I was going to say, I cannot park my car close to the play at all because a ball will find it.
Ball magnet, huh?
Come set. He's going to step off before delivering the 1-1. My car got hit by a penalty kick in Riverton.
Are you kidding me?
Missed the penalty kick from the spot over the net and smoked the front rim of my car. The pitch misses inside, 2-1.
It might be time to look for another car. I'm thinking that might be unlucky.
Yeah. Breckenridge will climb back into the box, works from the deep right-handed batter's box. Krantz working from that first base side of the rubber. Moyo on first, running for Osborne after he's singled. The pick off. It's a good reach there by Romanos. He's able to snag that one as that ball looked like it was destined for either Coach Small over at first or the right field line.
Used to be an open fence over there, so if you missed it, it was going a ways.
2-1, swung on and missed, 2-2.
Yeah, they've done a lot to improve this facility. The higher quality fences down both lines, the higher fence out in the outfield.
I'd say the infield grass looks beautiful this year. And no offense to anyone last year. Last year it looked kind of torn up as that's lifted into left field as Dealey's going to come in and make a fine running play for out number 2, as I think he got fooled by the swing there as Breckenridge caught that one off the end of the bat.
I think the wind might have dropped that a little quicker than he expected it, as well as he had to take a lunging step at the end to make that snag for the second out.
They'll leave it up to Tyson Bateman, comes in hitting 220, playing right field. 2 down, runner on first.
They're really working hard to keep that runner at first.
The pitch, swing and a miss at a pitch above the zone, 0-1.
Especially considering he's got like a 2-step lead. Oh, now he got off a third, I think.
Krantz comes set. Delivers the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a pitch above the head as Tyson Bateman taps that wood bat off of his helmet.
He's like, why am I swinging at those? Why am I swinging at those? Because they were both same spot, same location, too high for him to do anything with it.
That's kind of been his bugaboo at the plate this year, is that fastball above the zone. Comes set, the 0-2 pitch. Fastball just off the plate outside as the catcher Wendell was set up on maybe the very, very thinnest part of the black rail of the outside corner right there on the 0-2 pitch.
He tried to sell it with the frame job, but Brad wasn't taking it. Brad Patton, the man behind the plate, no, that was outside.
Comes set, the 1-2. Swung on, popped up. As this is coming back towards the Union broadcast booth, and will land about 15 feet below us to our right as a bunch of Evanston parents scatter out of play, or excuse me, scatter away from the ball as that one's out of play, 1-2. As they went back fastball there, top of the zone, a little bit lower than the first 2 fastballs. But I do like the idea if you're on the mound. If you're Tyson Bateman, you have to understand that you're probably going to get a steady dose of high fastballs throughout the rest of this tournament if teams are paying attention.
Yeah, proves you can hit it.
The 1-2. It's popped up.
High pop-up.
As Monette camps out underneath it, makes the play about 5 feet to the left of second base for out number 3. As you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of 2024 Evanston Outlaws online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. When we come back, due up will be Aranguena, Acosta, Kidwell, the 9-1-2 hitters for the Bascos.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions.
The very best place to stay when you visit Evanston, Wyoming is the Best Western Dunmar Inn. This amazing hotel is located on 10 beautiful acres and offers clean, comfortable rooms with amazing beds, a fitness center, an outdoor pool, open in the summer, and a wonderful on-site restaurant that provides a complimentary breakfast with every stay, all at an affordable rate. Whenever your travels bring you to Evanston, Wyoming, make all your room reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, 1601 Harrison Drive.
Well, welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth in the middle of the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Evanston Outlaws at the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament. Online at mylocalradio.com, also on 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network, as Cooper Arnguena strolls to the plate. The right fielder batting ninth will lead off.
The Elko Basque in the bottom of the second inning, playing right field, number 15, Cooper Arnguena.
It's Walker Wilson back to work for his second inning of work.
Had a great first inning, except for he pitched at contact, that's for sure.
Pitch misses low, ball one, as he struck out 3 in the first, but in between those 3 is when the damage was done, as the Bascos lead 2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard, the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball back up the middle. Oliver to his left, Fields fires across in time for out number 1.
Good stretch over there at first.
1 up, 1 down to start the inning, as that'll bring up Mando Acosta.
Field, number 1, Armando Acosta.
As he's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. See if Walker Wilson could settle in and maybe put some zeros up and try to give his teammates the opportunity to come back in this one.
He dominated, I thought. Acosta froze him with that inside fastball for the called strikeout, the first at bat.
First pitch swinging from Acosta is lifted over the first base dugout into the other Kemp field. That's about 15 feet behind the out-of-play fence over here, upper Kemp field, 0-1. Wilson comes set, wheels and deals the pitch. Misses inside, 1-1.
Upper Kump was the JV field because it wasn't nearly as developed as Lower Kump field until they made the fence improvements up here.
The 1-1. Swung on and fouled over the first base dugout and out of play, 1-2.
Used to be an old wood fence down there that was just about waist high for a high school kid. It was really easy to park them out of there. Not that I knew, but other kids could, yeah.
The 1-2. That looks like it was a breaking ball that stayed high. 2-2. As a real difference so far for Walker Wilson has been finishing. When he finishes pitches, he's really good. The 2-2 is that one misses high. 3-2 is he's missed a lot above the zone today.
Especially that breaking ball. He's just not snapping and bringing it down so it'll finish low.
So Wilson comes set, fires home the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets Acosta on the foul tip into the glove for his 4th strikeout of the day.
Brings to bat for Elko, playing short.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch, keeping it away from him instead of coming inside. Went outside and foul tip. Nice job. He really has pitched well. It just when it's been hit out there, defense hasn't held him up.
First pitch of the at bat to Kidwell. Misses high, ball 1. You do have to remember, we talked about the Outlaws. They drove down today.
Yeah.
And, defense, I think, is one of the things that if your legs aren't ready to go, that lacks. The 1-0. Swinging a line drive right at Gavin Oliver for out number 3. That was an Adam ball off the bat of Kidwell, right at him, as the Outlaws get him 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second. We're going to move to the top of the UNCI Division, 3rd inning, as due up for the Outlaws, Windley, Common, Ryder Wilson, the 8-9-1 hitters. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network, listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well.
On your way to Flaming Gorge or the Uinta, stop in at the store, formerly known as the Cash Store in Fort Bridger, to top up on gas or grab those last-minute snacks. Visit the store today in Fort Bridger, Wyoming. The store is proud to support the students of the Bridger Valley.
Dad, I feel like I got something in my eye.
Let me have a look. Natural protective features of the eye, such as eyebrows, eyelids, eyelashes, and tears, are not always enough. I've been helping people for 14 years removing anything from metal, glass, or plastic from their eyes. I've even removed a bug that flew into my own eye. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we can help you find the perfect eye protection for playing sports or performing hazardous work to help prevent eye injuries.
Call Uinta Eye and Vision today to schedule your appointment to protect your precious eyesight. Uinta Eye and Vision, 307-789-3937.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth. Everything else is just internet. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Jaden Windley, Damian Common, Ryder Wilson do up the 8-9-1 hitters as Windley
Leading off for
will stroll to the plate with a .314 average.
In the top of the 3rd inning, playing second base, number 2, Jaden Windley.
As Cranston in the motion, the pitch is a fastball above the zone, swung on, fouled down the first base line. 0-1. We'd like to remind you that today's 3rd inning is brought to you by You Went to Iron Vision, where our vision is to improve yours. Krantz into the windup, the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner at the knees, 0-2. Pretty good 0-1 fastball there. Not much you can do with that.
I don't know if he was looking for a different pitch, but that almost seemed to freeze him.
The windup, the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball to the left side as Kidwell Fields fires across in time as the left side of the infield for the Bascos have come to play today. That's a second real nice play there by Kidwell as Duke has also made a pretty good play over there as well.
That's a second great play. They're charging in at shortstop by Kidwell, and I couldn't agree with you more. That side is definitely shutting things down for the O's.
Damian Common, first pitch swing and tips it into the mitt, 0-1. Let's see if maybe Damian Common will decide to pick on someone else as the Outlaws have tried the left side, and it's been fantastic for Kidwell and Duke.
Inside out that swing and send it to the other side.
The 0-1, swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt, 0-2. As Common comes in batting .269. He's an important player in this lineup as when he gets on base, it allows the opportunity for the top of the order to hit with runners on, and that's when this team is at their best. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball above the shoulders. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night on 3 pitches for out number 2.
Krantz missed with that one as Wendell set up outside and low. That pitch came high and inside, but they just couldn't come up with it.
Brings up Ryder Wilson. Popped out to second his first time up. First pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt. 0-1.
I dare say the difference in this game is the breaking balls, as Krantz's is really dropping through the zone, and so far Wilson's hasn't.
The 0-1 misses low for a ball. 2-0. As Ryder Wilson has a .480 on-base percentage coming into this at-bat, .975 OPS, and nearly a .500 slugging percentage, .494. The 1-1 is lifted to right field. Aranguena takes a couple steps to his left, is able to put it away for out number 3. Bascos get him 1-2-3 here in the top of the UNT Iron Vision 3rd inning. We'll move on to the bottom of the 3rd as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. All a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network, listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelos has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelos also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelos is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelos Auto Farm Service.
Get a degree or certification. Earn your high school GED. Get job skills. Become CPR certified. Or use our free 3D printers and tools. These are just a few of the opportunities available at Uinta BOCES number 1. Call 307-789-5742 to learn more.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast booth. Aaron Poling, Sam Brown in the Union Broadcast booth for a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Evanston Outlaws of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. We also want to thank everyone tuned in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well. Romanos, Monette, and Duke, the 3-4-5 hitters, due up here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
In the bottom of the 3rd inning, playing first base, number 25, Adam
Walker
Romanos.
Wilson in that last time on the mound was able to settle in a little bit. Kind of showed what he is capable of when he is on. As let's see if that continues, as the Outlaws need him to put up 0, so Krantz looks incredible on the other side. First pitch swinging at a breaking ball, 0-1, as we like to remind you that the 3rd inning is brought to you by Uinta Iron Vision, where our vision is to improve yours. Wilson comes set, the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to second. Windley will charge as that goes through his legs into the outfield, as that'll be an E4 as Romanos for the second time today reaches on an error.
For all you young ones watching, always remember to get down first. And in that case, he dropped. He was going to drop down on that ball instead of coming down on it and then coming up. And that's why it scooted right between his legs and into right field. Fundamentals, man. But it goes back to your concept of, tired legs, being on the road all day.
So bring up Travis Monette. He has the lone hit for Elko. First pitch misses low, 1-0, as he singled in the first inning. As Monette must have a large crew of fans. There's 3 bats down here filming his at-bat, or 3 phones filming his at-bat, the 1-0. Swung on, tipped it in the mitt, 1-1.
Interestingly, his grandfather films the Elko High School football games, and so I don't see him anywhere, so it looks like there's a trio of ladies that are going to fill in for Gramps.
Hey, good for him. Wilson comes set, the 1-1 pitch. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, goes by, 2-1.
Looks like that'll bring the third baseman in just a couple of extra steps.
Yeah, you never know. Squaring that bat around, moving that third baseman in 2 steps doesn't seem like much, but it could be the difference between a hit or a ground out. The 2-1. Strike 2 called on the outside corner as Wilson dots a fastball in the outer black at the knees, 2-2.
Yeah, that was great location as Krantz, I think, was looking for something inside to pull.
Heading the count, 2-2. Romanos, the runner on first, reached via the air. As Wilson comes set, delivers the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses high. The runner's going to go on a delayed steal to throw. No one was there to cover the bag.
It was a high throw and a little bit to the left of the bag as well. And so had it been on target, it might have had a chance as Romanos not the fleetest of foot. He's got a long loping stride, but able to slide in easily.
Well, that's kind of the design of the delayed steals. You don't steal it off the catcher. You steal it off the middle infielders if they fall asleep. As that runs the count to 3-2. Wilson comes set. Delivers. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball down the third base line. That's going to go foul. That sends Coach Jeremy Echemendy retreating to get out of Breckenridge's way.
Looks like that might have gone off the foot of Krantz. He's taken ball to the arm, or at least he sold it that way, and now he's trying to sell one off of his foot. Pitcher, who's normally the catcher, is getting beat up today.
So Wilson comes set. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball to short. Oliver Fields is going to fire across in time for out number 1. As that's an interesting play right there as Romanos moved up. Typically the rule is if it's to your left, you don't go. If it's to your right, excuse me, the other way around. If you're looking at it from the second base runner's perspective,
right.
If it's to your left, you go. If it's to your right, you don't. That one was kind of hit right at him and decided to go. Oliver throws over to get the out at first instead of the third.
Well, the delayed steal definitely helping Elko in this case as the Bascos have a runner at third and only 1 away.
This brings up Torin Duke. So he walked his first time up, was stranded at third. The pitch misses above the zone, 1-0.
Duke again, 289, hitting in the 5 spot. 24 RBI in the high school season, so his eyes got to get a little bit bigger as he was the leading RBI guy for the Indians high school team.
Outlaws elect to play the infield back. Ground ball will do the trick. Swing and a miss at a fastball in the outer third. 1-1.
Good swing, but I don't think he followed through on it as that dropped through the zone.
Wilson climbs back onto the mound, comes set, delivers the 1-1. Squares the bunt, that's bunted straight back. As you can see that Duke is upset with himself. If you're watching online at mylocalradio.com, taps the bat in the grass, is trying a little bit of a squeeze play there with Romanos at third. The one thing I have noticed in the game in 2, as they bunted quite a bit to perfection against Gooding in the first game, as they're able to, sometimes it might not have been a bunt for a hit trying to drop down a sacrifice, but they got rewarded quite a bit with runners getting on base. As Wilson comes set, the 1-2. As called, strike 3 on the outside corner as Walker Wilson collects his 5th strikeout of the game, as that'll leave it up to Ethan Krantz.
Number 12, Ethan Krantz.
It was a nice job of pitching there. He worked it inside, outside, low, and he might have gotten a favorable call there, but the bottom line is he put it right where he wanted it to get the strikeout.
First pitch misses below the zone to Krantz, 1-0. But, I mean, as a hitter, though, the onus is kind of on you if it's anywhere near the zone to try and at least foul it away.
I agree.
It seems like somewhere there's been a shift in the theory of baseball. As here comes the 1-0. Strike called on the inside corner, 1-1, where the onus has been shifted from the kids to get rid of a pitch that might be close and let the umpire call it to now it's being shifted to the umpire, the 1-1. That misses high, 2-1. But a lot of that is now every time you watch Major League Baseball, there's a composite strike zone on the screen for you.
Yeah.
That, technically isn't the real zone, but it's composite. But everyone sees that and thinks that that's what the actual zone is that's a breaking ball that misses outside. 3-1 as Wilson has fallen behind to the pitcher, Krantz, who walked his first time up.
Technology is a beautiful thing, but in some of these beautiful games, I think it has slowed down and made it a little too technologically sound.
As a 3-1 umpire, emphatic strike 2 call right there.
I think he might have lost track of the count because I think he was about to punch that boy out on the second strike.
Well, 3-2 the count, the pitch. Swung on, lifted, right side as Bateman tracks this one and puts it away for out number 3 as Walker Wilson pitches around the leadoff error. As you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network at the 2024 Basque Invitational.
Our community. We love it, we live it, we support it. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their participation in sports. You're champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong, successful financial habits. You got this. We're here for you. Trona Valley, member NCUA, TronaValley.com.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Big thank you to Sam Brown for joining us here in the Union broadcast booth as my broadcast partner for today's game. As this game's kind of cruising along, it's been a pretty good one so far. 2 hits between the two teams has been a pitcher's duel between Krantz and Walker Wilson, as not only is it a pitcher's duel, it's going to be the duel to lead off the top half of the 4th inning.
Pitcher versus pitcher. I tell you what, I love pitcher's duels because all of the strategy and the skill involved. And these two teams playing a heck of a ball game so far. And let's see who wins between Wilson and Krantz here. Both pitchers only giving up the 1 hit. I'm glad I came out for this one. Thanks for having me, boys.
Of course. Walker Wilson, Gavin Oliver, Braxton Bauer due up. First pitch to Walker Wilson. He pokes it down the right field line, as that one's slicing towards an aqua blue truck that's sitting over there that just missed. Wouldn't happen to be your truck, would it?
No, I parked mine halfway down the block in the lower Kump field vicinity.
I was going to say, the way you dropped your pencil, I was a little worried that...
Well, I was getting ready to cheer. It's like, I was like, yes. So you can't park your car there. I'm sorry.
The 0-1 misses high, 1-1.
I mean, that is... What's the word I'm looking for? Hubris. To think that you're
sitting in the back seat looking away from the game.
you're just begging for a dent
Nefarious.
Or a crack. Yeah. Ooh, good.
The 1-1 misses low, 2-1.
Krantz didn't follow through on that one, and that just died well before it got to the zone.
Walker Wilson comes into this at bat with comes into today's matchup with a .510 on-base percentage. As about every other at-bat, he seems to get on the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball above the shoulders, 2-2. And I'm not sure what it is about that fastball out of Krantz's hand. It's been a weapon when it's been above the zone today.
Must be a little hard to read. I mean, because honestly, I'm staring at it through the chain link. But guys down there on the field, they have consistently chased that, and it is definitely, shoulder to eye height.
It's definitely a tough pitch to lay off of the 2-2. They go right back to it. Walker Wilson does a good job laying off it there. But, of course, it's always easier to lay off that high fastball from up here in the Union broadcast booth instead of, in that right-handed batter's box. It's a pitch that's so tantalizing. The payoff pitch is that pitch above the zone, and Walker Wilson does a good job adjusting right there.
Sure did.
As he lays off a high fastball.
Yep, exactly. He saw what we were talking about, and that's going to ride a little bit up there, and that's why he has a .510 on base percentage, is because he was able to recognize that and earn that base on balls.
This is Gavin Oliver. He has the lone home run so far this season for the Outlaws. The pitch misses low as Oliver checks his swing, 1-0.
I believe that's just a second base runner, isn't it?
You'd be correct.
Outlaws?
Yes, sir. Gavin Oliver has a .484 on base percentage himself, .444 slugging. Comes set, the 1-0. Swung on, lifted. Out of play over the first base dugout, 1-1. So we have some action down there in the Evanston bullpen. Is guessing by the hair. Oh, watch him throw a pitch. That is definitely Ryder Wilson.
Love that you can tell the kids by the hair.
Krantz comes set. He's going to pick off. Walker Wilson back in time. Oh, the hair and the motion and the curveball he throws.
Fair enough.
Seen that curveball probably about 100 times, it feels like, because he throws it quite a bit if he gets into the game.
Looks like he's got about a 3/4 slot.
Krantz's pitch goes above the head of Gavin Oliver, 2-1.
No action in the Basco's bullpen, but understandable, as Krantz has really been in control here. 2-1 the count with nobody out here in the top of the fourth inning. Krantz delivers. And Wendell tried to frame it on the outside, but no go on that one. 3-1 now with a runner at first.
3-1. If you're Gavin Oliver here, you have some power in your bat. Left field's playing pretty shallow, as Oliver does have the ability to burn him. Maybe not with this wind, but Oliver can swing the bat pretty hard. 3-1, I imagine he's going to take a big, what I like to call a big daddy hack, is he's going to take a rip at this one. Doesn't typically get cheated on his swing usually, but in 3-1 count, he's looking to do damage. As Krantz comes set, delivers. The pitch misses high. Ball 4, as Gavin Oliver's done a great job this year sometimes of just taking what is given to him. As that time he didn't get much to hit, takes the walk. And now, runners on first and second. Nobody out for Braxton Bauer.
Back-to-back walks as Krantz appears to have lost the strike zone here at the start of the fourth inning. And the catcher, Wendell, out to talk to him a little bit. Maybe just say, hey, buddy, follow through, finish up, and let your defense, which has been outstanding to this point, pick you up.
Bauer comes in, slugging .440, has 9 doubles on the season. That leads the Outlaws. He's also looking to pick up that runner from second. Bauer, 25 RBIs on the season. Krantz comes set, the pitch. Swinging a line drive down the third baseline that scatters Coach Cody Moore in that third base coach's box for a hard strike one.
That, sir, was a big boy hack.
Yeah.
Because if he'd have straightened that out, that was going to be scooting down the line there, down the left field line.
Bauer steps back into the box. Krantz working from that first base side of the rubber. Close stance when he comes set, holds the belt. The 0-1 to Bauer. Misses above the zone. 1-1.
Nice choice and pitch there. That changeup just did not drop.
I like that pitch, especially after the fastball just got turned on down the third baseline. If you have anything slower, you definitely want to go to that. Delivers the 1-1. Misses high, 2-1. And we talked about Walker Wilson not finishing in the first couple of innings. He has adjusted that, and it seems like the bug has jumped up and bit Krantz here as he's missed high quite a few times here in this inning. As he comes set, he'll hold at the belt. Delivers the 2-1 pitch. Misses high again, 3-1.
Yeah, Krantz definitely having a hard time coming over the top, and He has put the big guy in a big hitter's count with 3-1, 2 on, nobody out here.
Krantz comes set, delivers a 3-1 pitch. Runners go as that one misses high. Ball 4. Outlaws have the double steal on there. Won't matter as Bauer walks. That'll bring up Jackson Osborne, but not before a pitcher's mound visit.
Yeah, as Krantz was cruising through the first 3 innings, and the wheels have definitely come off back to back base on balls, and now the bases are loaded and nobody out here for, well, I would say the guy with the best hair, Ryder Wilson notwithstanding. There.
Oh, no, it's Osborne. Jackson Osborne. Sorry, Ryder. Jackson's got you there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is just permed, and I can't tell with the helmet on, but is that a mullet? Because I know those are pretty popular with the kids these days.
Not quite. I don't know if I've ever seen him with a hat.
Without a hat?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We should probably just scream to him to take his helmet off, right? He's not coming up to bat with the bases loaded, nobody out with his team down 2, huh?
This is a kid with a lot of personality, and I've never met him. You know, the hairdo, the watermelon bat. He probably, loves his big league chew. I want to meet this kid and maybe get his autograph because I can tell he is quite likely the heart and soul of this team.
Osborne.
Am I guessing right?
I think you're on the right track. I mean, yeah, he's a pretty good kid. I mean, you get to talk to him every once in a while. It's one of the fun things about really covering the Outlaws quite a bit this year. Is getting to know the kids. First pitch to Osborne misses high. Ball 1.
Rinse and repeat for Krantz as he comes out after that visit. Nobody up in the bullpen for the O's.
Jackson Osborne comes into this at-bat with a .476 on-base percentage, .804 OPS, the 1-0. Swung on and lifted over the first base dugout, backing out of play.
Krantz
1-1.
Finally able to finish lower on that one and got a good pitch in, got a good strike.
Osborne has the lone Outlaws hit in the contest so far. As Krantz comes set, the pitch swung on, fouled straight back, 1-2.
I'm thinking Osborne would like to have had that one back because that was another one high out of the strike zone. But, again, like we've talked about, they're awfully hard to lay off of.
1-2 the count. Middle infield back for the Boscos. The corners are in, so you got to imagine they'll cut down the run. The pitch. Swinging a tapper back to the mound as Krantz fields, fires to the plate. That gets by the catcher as Walker Wilson's going to be safe. Braxton Bauer took off running from second, but Gavin Oliver held up at third. Good idea. Good job by Bauer just to recognize that Oliver didn't go and not overrun him as the Outlaws score a run.
To be fair, that play was going to be difficult for Krantz as they were off on contact. It was that slow nubber. It was going away from his body, and Krantz had to hurry it. It was going to take a heck of a play, and unfortunately for the Bascos, the throw to the plate was just a little bit wide of Wendell, and it's 2-1 now.
And it's going to be ruled by our official scorer an E1 on the play.
Yeah.
That brings up Breckenridge. Nobody out. Bases loaded. First pitch swinging from Rich at a fastball about chest high, 0-1.
It looked like he might have taken just a little bit off of that, though, because he was way out in front on that swing.
Here are the Outlaws here. I was going to mention when it was 2-0 that you want to score multiple runs with the bases loaded, nobody out. Same situation here. You still want to get multiple in. The pitch, swing and a miss. They're going to back pick to first as the courtesy runner is back in time. That's the Osborne spot over at first. So I believe it should be Josh Moyo over there.
Romanos has done a really good job over there of picking up any throw, wide, low, so not a dangerous throw.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner for out number 1, as that'll leave it up to Tyson Bateman.
That was a beautiful pitch. He was inside, a little high, and then just painted that outside corner of the plate.
We'll bring up Bateman. Popped out his first time up. Krantz comes set, delivers the pitch. Strike called at the knees on the outside corner. 0-1 is whatever was said in the at the meeting at the mound. It seemed to really resonate with Krantz.
He missed his first pitch high after that meeting, and since then he has really been dealing.
Comes set, delivers the 0-1. Swung on, lifted down the right field line as the wind is going to blow that one foul and out of play. 0-2 the count. As Bateman comes into this at-bat with a .361 on-base percentage. Looking to find a way on for the Outlaws. If he's able to do so, they'll tie this one up. 2-1 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Kratz comes set, fires. As that misses high. As Wendell comes springing out of his stance to make that play. 1-2.
Looked like he was trying to spin a curveball there, and it just slipped out of his hands. Elko with the infielders in at the corners. Trying to cut down any bunt maybe.
The 1-2 pitch misses high. 2-2 as Bateman's made a little bit of an adjustment from his last at-bat. As you remember his last at-bat, he swung at a couple of pitches above the zone. As that's one of the keys to becoming a good baseball player is adjusting from at-bat to at-bat. You think sometimes maybe game to game, but no, at-bat to at-bat makes you much better as he swings at a pitch above his head, right as I mentioned it, for out number 2.
Still learning. Still learning.
Broadcaster's curse.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
They'll lead it up to Jaden Windley. Grounded out to short his first time up. As bases loaded. 2 outs here in the inning. The Outlaws had bases loaded, nobody out. They're able to push across 1. Trying to at least tie this one up. Is this a golden opportunity for the Outlaws as that pitch misses outside? 1-0.
As Windley comes up, it gets a lot windy. Because, thanks for the setup, Mother Nature.
The pitch is called a strike, 1-1. He'll be here all weekend.
Try the veal. Anyway. We'll have to see if that wind that's blowing in some clouds affects us at bat. Oh!
On the ground to short. Kidwell charges, bobbles, is unable to make the play. Good pick over there at first by Romanos as the ball was thrown in the dirt. That would have skipped away. That could have been another run. Instead, it is 2-2 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as Damian Common will stroll to the plate.
Kidwell, a sophomore, getting ready for his junior season. A very capable fielder, as we've seen already, but that throw was a little advised. You don't want to run down, give away that run. As he threw it over to first, I would say in frustration after having bobbled it, and he nearly cost his team another run. Great job by Romanos.
First pitch swinging from Common as that's popped into left field. On comes Deli as he makes the play for out number 3, but not before the Outlaws tie this one up on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard at 2 as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network, also listening at 99.1 The Big Dog.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District No. 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast booth. Aaron Poling and Sam Brown bringing you a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com, listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog, as all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. First pitch strike at the belt on the outside corner, 0-1 as Walker Wilson starts his 4th inning of work. It's Cooper, Dealey, Wendell, and then Aranguena, the 7-8-9 hitters due up for the Basque, as that's popped up right to Walker Wilson as he stands still to make the out. 1 up, 1 down to start the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't have to do much as Dealey just fisted that right to the mound.
That's a great pitch, though, from Walker Wilson. You get the ball in on the label. It's really tough for the batter to be able to do anything with it, and did about as much as he could. This brings up Wendell. Squares the bunt as he drops it down. Wilson off the mound, picks it up, fields, fires across. Nicely done there by Walker Wilson for out number 2.
Excellent job of fielding his position there. Came right off the mound, fielded it cleanly, and a solid, very confident throw down to first for the second out.
I like the idea, though, from Wendell trying to bunt for a hit. We talked about that being a lost art. Just unfortunately for him, he bunted it right to the mound. You got to pick a foul line to bunt it down. Typically, if you're bunting for a hit, it's the third base line. First pitch to Aranguena, misses high, ball 1.
Yeah, it was great contact. Just hit it where he was instead of where he ain't.
The 1-0 misses low, 2-0. Walker Wilson just fired his 67th pitch of the contest, as he's really settled in since that first inning. The pitch, strike called on the inner third at about the thighs, 2-1.
His velocity seems to have ticked up just a little bit, too. That fastball is really popping.
So Wilson comes set. The pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball in the outside corner. As we have a radar gun right next to us as that one came in at 74. So Wilson comes set. Fires home the 2-2 pitch. Misses low, 3-2. As Aranguena has worked the bases loaded. Worked the count full. There we go. That's the baseball thing I'm looking for. The pitch, swing and a ground ball to third, as that's going to go foul as that hit something around the plate and just skipped.
It hit perfectly on the transition between the dirt and the sod, the grass there, and popped it straight up because there's just a little bit of a mound there with the circle. I saw it too. It sounded like it hit another bat.
So Wilson comes set, fires home the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball below the zone. Osborne scoops it out of the dirt, fires down to first in time for the 6th strikeout of the game for Walker Wilson. The putout goes 2-3 to end the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com at the Elko Basque Tournament. Listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well. All a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hardworking staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Water testing, water development, community enhancement grants, and seedling trees, education programs, and specialty workshops helping to preserve agriculture and natural resources in Uintah County. Uintah County Conservation District is here to serve you. Visit our website today at uintahcountycd.com.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth. We move to the top of the 5th inning. Outlaws and the Bascos in a 2-2 battle, as it'll be Ryder Wilson, Walker Wilson, Gavin Oliver, the 1-2-3 hitters in the lineup for the Outlaws.
Both pitchers have really done well. They've struggled in one particular inning, and in both those innings, the opposing team was able to plate a couple of runs. See how we close this one out in the final 2-3 innings.
Ryder Wilson, the lone outlaw, not to bat in the 4th. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. So Ryder Wilson works his way back to the box. If he's capable of it, the third baseman's playing a little back. I'd like to see him drop a bunt as he swings through a fastball in the inner third. 1-1.
Nice pitch there. Again, a little bit. He's got a little different motion on that fastball as he was able to take just a bit off.
The 1-1. Swing and a line drive towards the left center field gap. That's down as that's going to roll out towards the wall. Ryder Wilson hits the bag at first. He's going to be on his way to second as he'll cruise into the second base bag with a leadoff double as Ryder Wilson. We told you that he was slugging .494 as that's going to go up after that double.
That was a beautiful hit right in the gap. Could have hit the fence if it weren't for that hill in left center field. That slowed it down before it got to the track, and the O is fortunate that he didn't take third as Elko failed to hit the cutoff man. That ball rolled all the way to the mound.
Walker Wilson grounded out to the shortstop his first time up, walked his last at bat, and with that putout, Romanos officially has more putouts than Tigers first baseman Norm Cash did on this day in 1963. As Krantz comes set. Fires the pitch home. Misses low. Ball one. Is on this day in 1963. Tigers first baseman Norm Cash plays an entire game without recording a putout in the team's 10-6 loss to the Twins at Minnesota's Metropolitan Stadium. The outs go as followed. 6 strikeouts, as 16 balls caught in the air. 2 fielders' choices accounted for the 24 outs made by the Twins that day. The pitch as Wilson squares the bunt, pulls it back, misses for a ball, 2-0, as that is on this day in 1963. Can you imagine another baseball game where a first baseman doesn't get a putout?
I am trying to imagine that, and that is probably one of the most incredible happenings that I could think of in baseball.
That facial expression you had is the same one that I had when Dan told me that story earlier.
What?
We apologize for the Elko fans hearing that for the second time.
It's worth it, though. That's something.
The 2-0 pitch. Misses high, 3-0.
Pitcher v. pitcher again, and it looks like Krantz trying not to give something up to the guy he's dueling.
Wilson ahead in the count, 3-0. We'll see if he gets the green light here with the go-ahead run at second. The pitch misses high. Ball 4 as Walker Wilson draws his second consecutive walk. That'll bring up Gavin Oliver. He walked his last time up. Grounded out to the third baseman first time up.
4 base on balls now, and all in the last inning plus for Krantz, as he has really helped to jumpstart the Outlaws offense with his inability to hit the strike zone right now.
Pick off to second. Not in time.
That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, as that throw came in right to the left of the bag, which is right where Carter Kidwell was at. Good catch there. Still safe.
Comes set. First pitch to Oliver on the way. Swing and a miss at a fastball just off the plate outside. 0-1.
It was not a full swing there by Oliver. I don't know if he was thinking it was going to come inside and he could pull it, but not a full extension on that swing.
0-1 the count as Krantz comes set, holds at the belt, delivers. Oh, nice move there as Walker Wilson is caught in between the throw to third. They got him as Walker Wilson is technically caught stealing because he was thrown out going to third, but a good move on the mound.
I think that was part of a play because it was 24 number. He was squaring to bunt. And so I think that might have been like a squeeze type of a play because he took off from second base and Krantz wheeled and dealed and didn't even have to throw it to second. Wound up picking him off at third.
Fortunately for the Outlaws, is an out made at third base as Oliver swings and lifts this ball into right center field as the wind's blowing that one back as that's going to fall in for a base hit. Walker Wilson got a good jump off of first. He hits the bag at third. He is on his way home. The relay throw is not in time as the ball skips away. Gavin Oliver with a 2-run double. Advance on the throw. Make that a 1-run double, excuse me. As the Outlaws go on top 3-2. Gavin Oliver showing off some of that power there.
You were talking about what power Oliver had, and he hit it about as far as you're going to hit it against the wind, right there into right center field, well over the head of the center fielder playing in with that wind. Just a great piece of hitting and good base running as well.
We'll bring up Braxton Bauer. First pitch to Bauer. Swung on, followed straight back as he's a graduate. I don't think that ball came down. Did it get stuck in the fence? Nice, that's cool.
Oh, it is. Yep, I see it right there.
It could be as cool as this. As Bauer graduated last year. Do you remember what you did 20 days after you graduated from high school?
Yeah, I plead the fifth.
Pitches on the outside corner, 0-2. But on this day in 1973, 20 days after pitching his high school team to a state title in the state of Texas, Rangers rookie David Clyde pitches 5 innings, strikes out 8, allows just 1 hit in his first start. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted about a mile high, left side of the infield as Duke camps out underneath it. It's coming back into fair territory. It's going to fall in as it's a fair ball. As we talk about the wind causing havoc, that ball started about 2 feet foul and blew back into the 5-6 hole.
That was a tough one, and I was surprised that Duke called off Kidwell on that one because Kidwell was a little farther over to the right side of the field. That might have been an easier play for the O's shortstop. Instead, Duke called him off and was unable to make that play.
I'll bring up Jackson Osborne.
Another meeting at the mound.
I'm going to await the official ruling. As they're going to give Braxton Bauer a hit on that one.
I would too, yeah.
Well, just remember when we look back in the book tomorrow, it's going to be a laser single. No one will remember the play. Osborne with an opportunity to double the Outlaws' lead. As before, Ryder Wilson doubled to lead off the inning. Jackson Osborne had the lone hit for the Outlaws now.
Catcher number 18, Jackson Osborne.
As Osborne 1 for 2.
Struggles for Krantz, bleeding over into a second inning.
First pitch to Osborne, misses in the dirt, skips up and got the catcher. Braxton Bauer on his way to second, no throw.
The O's fortunate that they didn't give a run on that one, as the umpire behind the plate took that one off the left shoulder and knocked that one down. So bad luck there for Evanston.
Talking it over on the mound, what could they possibly be talking about? Possibly this. On this day in 1999, the Mariners beat the Rangers 5-2 in the 1,765th and last Major League Baseball game played at the Kingdome. The final contest was attended by 56,530 fans in the Accident on the Occidental. Features a first-inning Ken Griffey 3-run homer, who also made a great over-the-fence catch, go figure, to rob Juan Gonzalez of a 3-run homer. That pitch misses low, 2-0.
Wow. That was a guy who could play the outfield, Ken Griffey Jr.
Whew. Play the outfield. If you gave him a glove, you could probably play the infield too. The 2-0 pitch. Strike called at the knees on the outside corner, 2-1. Just a tremendous athlete all around. And his story about leaving to go play pro baseball at 17 years old, what a story that is. Because, I mean, could you imagine moving all the way across the country to go play baseball by yourself as a child?
No, 100% a child.
Runners on second and third. The 2-1 pitch to Osborne misses low. 1 out in the inning. 3-1 the count. Breckenridge stands on deck.
Basco's still with nobody up in the bullpen as Krantz continues to struggle, 1 pitch away from loading the bases again.
Comes set. Delivers the 3-1 pitch. Strike called at the belt on the inner third. 3-2.
Chance here for the Outlaws. Expect the runners might be going. Yeah, I know there's not the runner at first, but good contact hitter with the watermelon bat.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a looper into right field, as that's going to stay up long enough for Aranguina to make the catch. Not deep enough for Oliver to tag, as that's a fly out with no one advancing, as it'll leave it up to Breckenridge.
That was a laser shot right at the right fielder, and it didn't really give the runner at third much of an opportunity to tag. And also for the Outlaws, that was a great throw by Aranguina.
Yeah. You've already run yourself out of 1 out in the inning with the runner getting picked off and then caught stealing. You don't want to run yourself out of a second. First pitch to Rich is a strike at the belt, 0-1. As I think what these conversations are about is Braxton Bauer is not exactly the slyest guy when he's relaying the pitches back to the plate. As a base runner, there's not many things you could do that involve you putting your hands over your head. That's not a message to someone. And, you know, that's all a part of the game. Obviously, if you're not doing electronics, it's a part of the game.
I think so, yeah.
If he was out there with a camcorder recording it back and sending it to Breckenridge via a buzzer, then maybe no, that's probably not part of the game. But
we talked about how electronics has taken some things out of our games.
Yeah. Here comes the 0-1 to Rich. Swung on, popped up, back out of play. 0-2 to Breckenridge.
I didn't hear any crash or break or anybody cuss, so must not have hit a car.
0-2 the count. Breckenridge is going to climb back in that right-handed batter's box. Couple of big runners standing out on base for the Outlaws. Comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball at the top of the zone, as that'll do it for us here in the top of the 5th inning, as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament, online at mylocalradio.com, listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Well, Sam, with the trade deadline approaching us rather quickly in the Major League Baseball season, you know, whether your team's in the hunt or whether your team's out of it, it's an exciting time for baseball fans. But it's also kind of a nerve-wracking time for GMs, because this could happen to you on this day in 2002. In the hunt for a playoff spot, the Expos acquire the Indians' #1 starter, right-hander Bartolo Colon, and Tim Drew as part of a six-player deal, which sends first baseman Lee Stevens and 3 minor league prospects to Cleveland, as Montreal sends Brandon Phillips, Cliff Lee, and Grady Sizemore. All 3 become all-stars. All in one deal for Bartolo Colon.
I was quite okay with that as an Indians fan.
Oh, that's right.
I was quite okay with that. 1-0 the count, and that pitch comes inside and hits Acosta on the left arm, sending him down to first base with a leadoff hit by pitch.
In other sporting news, Bronny James was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers today.
What? Who knew? That is like the worst case kept secret in the world.
Yeah, I just found that out. But pretty much since LeBron James said he wanted to play with his son, that was probably going to be the case. First pitch, as the batter squares the bunt, this is Carter Kidwell, as that was Acosta who got hit.
My real question is, are the Lakers going to make his dad pay his salary?
He probably could.
Oh, 100%. Because let's be honest, second-round pick, what's he going to make? Uh-oh, that one might be heading for my car.
As that one's fouled straight back, 1-1. My guess is, as the son of LeBron James and going to USC, that the NIL money is probably going to take care of him for a little bit while he's on that rookie contract.
As long as he takes out the garbage, he'll continue to get his allowance.
Also, when your dad might be the richest player in basketball history, as the runner goes, the throw down to second is not in time.
Oh, he almost slid off the bag. That's what Jose Cardenas was moving over there. The first call was safe, but his momentum there for Acosta, the little speedster, I should say.
That's a great slide from Acosta. He slid away from the tag. The throw did beat him. This is what Acosta does. As they're going to get a question, as manager Nick Small wants to know if he bunted through. They're going to talk about it. As on that play, the field umpire is watching. I don't think
he's watching the play at second. He's not watching anything else that's going on, right?
Well, it's going to remain 2-1. As runner at second, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Elko looking to respond to the Outlaws, taking the lead in the top half of the 5th. As Walker Wilson comes set, holds the belt, delivers the pitch. As the batter squares the bunt, pulls it back in time, 3-1.
Wilson, who had gotten through the last 3.5 plus innings, he definitely in control, seems to have lost a little bit of the strike zone here in the bottom half of the 5th.
Comes set, delivers a 3-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up right side. Going to be a tough play as it keeps blowing away from Windley. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Good job there by the right fielder Bateman, coming on strong to force that runner to stay at third. As now with nobody out, runners at first and third. That'll bring up Adam Romanos, reached both times on an error.
The wind there, I think, aided the Bascos. Is that one not only drove it to the right field line, but also drove it into the ground.
Outlaws catch a bit of a break there as Acosta had to make sure that ball was down, because the last thing you want to do as the tying run is get doubled off on a flare fly ball, especially with nobody out. See what the Outlaws do here if the Bascos steal. Got to imagine Kidwell's not going to be on first for very long. As Walker Wilson comes set, runners on first and third, nobody out. The pitch, Romanos bunts through it as they have Acosta. He's going to get down to the line as far as Breckenridge. That's a good base running play there, as it looks like he's hung up to dry, but there's nobody there, as that's going to be a strike on the pitch. But that's really smart. You go as far as the third baseman. Unless the third baseman can catch the ball and beat you back to the bag, you're going to get back in time.
Yeah. And it takes the attention away from the runner heading to second as well.
So Wilson comes set. Fires home the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball in the outer third, 0-2.
Romanos with an odd swing there. He kicked that right foot out, the right-handed batter, effectively pulling him away from the baseball, so he really didn't have a chance to make contact on that pitch.
Walker Wilson had in the count, 0-2. The pitch. Ground ball back up the middle and through for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. They're going to send the runner from second home, bobbled in the outfield, as there's going to be no play as the Bascos go from down 1 to up 1 in one swing of the batters. Romanos drives in 2 with an RBI single. Elko on top, 4-3 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
Romanos stayed in the box that time and stayed on the ball and was able to hit that low pitch right back up the middle for that 2-run single. Big hit for the sophomore to be junior.
I'll bring up Travis Monette. 1 for 2, had an RBI single his first time up. As I think if Walker Wilson could have that one back, that's probably too good of a fastball in an 0-2 count. Breaking ball misses high. 1-0.
Romanos not much of a threat over there at first. He gets,
except for the stolen base he has in the game already.
That's true.
Comes set.
I forgot
the 1-0. Swing and a miss at a fastball above the zone, 1-1.
I'll pull my pants up, and
he's just deceptive.
He's got that loping stride because he doesn't get down the baseline super fast.
It was a delayed steal too, so it's one of those where you try to catch the middle infield sleeping versus try to beat it out with the catcher.
Good point.
As that pitch misses for a ball, 2-1. As the batter Monette squared to bunt.
Third baseman in on the grass trying to take that bunt away.
The pitch. Strike called on the inside corner, 2-2.
He almost went around on that one, did Monette.
For Walker Wilson, you want to try to get this first out here. Here. Even in the count, 2-2. But you kind of feel better if you can get the double play as they pick off to first.
That move may be more about keeping him a little close and hoping to set up that double play.
So Wilson gets a sign, holds the belt. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball off the plate as Osborne's going to back pick. Romanos back easily.
Nice blind tag attempt there at first base. I like that swing.
3-2 the count. It'll be interesting to see if Romanos is off with the pitch.
I got the lights on here now, and competing with the lights over at the softball complex over the other side of right field fence.
The 3-2 runner goes. Strike 3 called. The throw down to second is off the glove of Oliver into right field as Romanos is going to stand up, go to third. He's going to get in there as the Outlaws get the out on the strikeout. Ball tips off of Oliver's glove into right field, so a stolen base, advance on the error, will allow that runner to move all the way to third. That's a big run standing 90 feet away.
That was a smart play also by Romanos as the ball was drifting away from third base. That was going to make it really difficult from a physics standpoint to grab it, turn, and throw with any strength towards third. And he was able to easily take third base there.
Strikeout is the 7th for Walker Wilson. First pitch swinging from Torrin Duke at a fastball in the inner third, 0-1.
He overswung on that one, did Duke, as he was trying to deposit that one somewhere deep in the outfield.
Outlaws have the middle infield back. The pitch swung on, lifted over the first base dugout, not a play. Braxton Bauer at first is playing pretty deep as well. Breckenridge might be the only Outlaw that tries to throw home to get the out at the plate. 4-3 Elko on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard is Walker Wilson ahead in the count, 0-2. Comes set, the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 called on the outside corner as that's the 8th punch out for Wilson in the contest. Back-to-back strikeouts brings up Ethan Krantz.
Yeah, Duke has struck out twice now and not looked good in either of the last 2 at-bats when he went down. And I believe in both cases he had an RBI opportunity.
As Wilson comes set, the pitch. We talked about a pitcher-on-pitcher battle when Wilson came to the plate with Krantz on the mound. Right here, this one's even bigger with an opportunity to drive in an insurance run. Each team wants to respectively have that run either stay there or get home. Breaking ball called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. As you feel a little bit more comfortable with a 2-run lead versus a 1-run lead. If you're the Outlaws, you know you can come back from a 1-run deficit. You came back from a 2-run deficit in this game already, as late as time called there by Krantz.
Yeah, in this level of baseball, anything under about 5 runs is not safe.
So that pitch misses outside, 2-1.
Even with the wood bat, kind of tamping down the offense a bit.
Wilson's 2-1 pitch misses just above the zone, 3-1. On deck is Cooper Deely, if we get that far. Well, it's fouled straight back, 3-2.
Grant's missed a good pitch to hit there as Wilson's fastball was right down Main Street. He just swung under it. Count full now.
Payoff pitch misses high as Krantz draws the walk. That'll bring up Cooper Deely with a runner on first and third. 2 down in the inning. Romanos on third. Drove in 2 with an RBI single as he has the go-ahead RBI in the contest right now. Krantz on first after the walk as they're going to step off, throw to second as it looks like they're going to allow the run to score. Better get this out as Bauer's going to throw. Oliver is going to chase him down, tag him out for the good old-fashioned 1, 2, 3, 6 tag out. Run will score 5-3 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as when we come back, the Outlaws will send Bateman, Windley, Common to the to the plate as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque tournament online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous National Forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Gardeners Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
Hiking in the summer, hunting in the fall, and sledding in the winter are a vital part of living in Lyman, Wyoming. Visiting the historic Heritage Park with its splash pad and updated playground are a must for summertime activities. Visit the new Frisbee Golf Course and make new memories with your family and friends. The town of Lyman is a quiet, peaceful place with some of the best residents in the state. Stop in today and make some new friends and memories that will last forever.
And back live here at Upper Kump Field as the Elko Bascos are on top of the Evanston Outlaws 5-3. Thanks for joining us here at the Elko Basque Tournament. Second iteration, a wood bat classic. And a great ball game here as both pitchers have dueled admirably. Each has struggled in a couple of innings. Elko plating 3 runs there in the bottom half of the 5th, and as we go to the top of the 6th, we've got Bateman at the plate on the right-handed side, and Ethan Krantz deals a strike, a fastball on the outside part of the plate. And Aaron, my man, you back.
It'll be Bateman, Windley, Common due up. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
That was a half swing almost. He just really didn't extend on that one and easily put himself in that 0-2 hole.
Krantz, the pitch. Swung and tapped back to the mound. Krantz off the mound. Fields fires across in time for the out, as it'll go 1-3 for the first out in the top of the 6th inning. As we do want to remind you that this game started at 6:04. There is a 2-hour and 15 time limit, but if this game continues to cruise along at the pace that it has, might not matter.
It'll be close. It'll be close. It just depends on which pitchers show up. The ones dealing strikes or the ones that are having a hard time finding the strike zone.
Windley takes a ball high, 1-0. Here comes the pitch. Misses above the zone, 2-0.
He hit the exact same spot there. And not good for the Bascos.
Into the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back, 2-1.
Real attempt there by Windley to try and pull that one. Looked like he stepped down that line and lucky to get a piece of it.
Took a pretty good hack at a 2-0 pitch. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a line drive towards right field. Aranguana coming on. That's going to fall in for a base hit as Windley continues his hot streak. That's a pretty good piece of hitting right there from the 8-hole hitter for the Outlaws.
Inside out, and dropped it right there in the right field hole.
That'll bring up Damian Common, 0 for 2.
Breeze is let up just a little bit, but the flag's still a lot of motion up there over the center field fence.
Krantz comes set. First pitch to Common. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Top of the order, up after Common. As this is a big opportunity if Damian can reach. Gives the Outlaws an opportunity to bat with a runner on first, or excuse me, with runners on base and bring the top of the order up to the plate. The pitch. Common squares the bunt, bunts through it. They're going to throw back to first.
Wendell hesitated there for Elko. Had he fired right down to first, he might have been able to get that runner.
0-2 count.
I think Romanos was just a tad off the bag.
Well, if he fired right away, he might have fired off at Damian Common. Probably would have gotten hitter's interference as he kind of lunged out over the plate. The 0-2 misses high and outside, 1-2.
Good miss there by Krantz. See if he'll chase something. Middle of the infield at double play depth. Hoping maybe to turn 2 here.
The pitch misses high, 2-2.
You're going to have to bring that ball down a little bit, though, if you're hoping for a ground ball. And that's been tough for Krantz here in the last 2-3 innings. He's been high with a lot of pitches.
Comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Misses high. 3-2 is Common. has battled himself all the way back into a full count. So it'll be interesting to see if the Outlaws, if they elect to have the runners go the same way that the Bascos did when they had a 3-2 count. We will see as Krantz comes set, holds the belt, the pitch. Runner stays as that misses high. Ball 4 as Damian Common did a terrific job there. The 8-9 hitters get on base for the top of the order as we're going to get looks like a pitching change. As we'll introduce you to the new pitcher when we come back as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Wood Bat Tournament online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats in Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Serving the Bridger Valley since 1987, Bridger Valley Motors are your engine repair experts. Along with engine repair, Bridger Valley Motors offers towing services, tire alignments, brake repairs, and more. Visit Bridger Valley Motor at 217 North Main Street in Lyman.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Wood Bat Tournament, actually the Elko Basque Tournament, online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. I want to thank everyone listening on 99.1, the Big Dog as well, as it is Acosta on the mound. First pitch misses for a ball as he will face Ryder Wilson.
Yeah, though the 5-2 Acosta is going to come in. He's 1-1 on the season in 5 appearances with 3.82 ERA, 6 Ks and 8 walks. So see what he brings to the plate.
Breaking ball misses outside as Ryder Wilson takes it 2-0.
I think you're going to see a lot of rising fastballs because it really doesn't have anywhere to go but up with Acosta standing 5-2.
I do understand that as a fellow that was on the shorter end of the spectrum when I was in high school too.
Look at me, bro.
The 2-0 pitch misses high and inside 3-0. Usually it's not tall people talking about a short person's height. It's usually someone that can really empathize with them.
Yep.
3-0 the count to Ryder Wilson as Walker Wilson stands on deck. The pitch. It's ball 4. As that'll load the bases. That moves that tying run into scoring position. Now puts the go-ahead run on base as Walker Wilson will bat here.
Basco's not employing one of those cardinal rules of baseball, and that is let your defense help you out. You know, they've I believe that's 3 walks here. Oh no, they had a single and 2 walks. So throw some strikes and let your defense help you out a little bit.
1 out in the inning. Bases are loaded. As Windley on third with a single. Common and Wilson both aboard via the walk.
Pitcher a chance to help himself. Dig himself out of the 5-3 hole that the Outlaws are in.
It's Walker Wilson at the plate. He's walked his last 2 times up. Acosta, the windup. First pitch of the at-bat. Finds the outside corner for a strike. 0-1.
Acosta with some nice motion there. He's got kind of a, not quite a sidearm and not quite 3/4. He's just kind of got a little bit of a whip there. Good motion for that strike.
I believe they call that 5/8. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, skips away, but not far enough as Windley's going to stay at third base. Pretty good block behind the plate by Wendell.
I'm going to call it the 10 millimeter.
I was going to say, that's about as much as I got from math. That might not even be between 3/4 and half. I don't know. I wasn't real good at it. Back into the box, the 0-1 pitch. Outside, back pick to first is not in time. Windley's going to stay put as Romanos does a good job blocking it. If you're Ryder Wilson, you got to be careful over there at first base. Remember his last time he doubled and then got picked off. So as it is a 2-1 count, you're the go-ahead run. You don't want to give up outs. You're already on base with a couple of really good hitters coming to the plate. The 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1.
He's aiming the ball right now. You can see it. He's not really rearing back and throwing it, and because he's trying hard to throw strikes instead of just pitching the ball. And the count reveals it.
The windup, the 3-1. Misses for a ball as that's going to drive in a run. Outlaws pull one closer as that'll bring up Gavin Oliver. Bases loaded. 1 out. Outlaws down by 1. Gavin Oliver.
Oliver had that big hit that scored 2 in the top of the 4th.
First pitch to Gavin Oliver. Misses low and outside. Ball 1. As that was the 3rd consecutive time that Walker Wilson has walked. Fitting name.
Maybe we change his name to Base on Balls.
Home run Wilson.
Yeah, there you go. Be prophetic.
The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back.
You know, there's a fence and glass between me and that ball, and it still made me jump. That came straight at me. I swear to God I saw its name, my name, on that ball.
Greatest thing about radio is you never have to admit it. A brutally honest man, Sam Brown.
I do that.
Into the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up as if you're Ryder Wilson on second base, man, you are halfway down the line. If there's a line drive, you're going to get doubled off. You have to be careful here.
Yeah, with the infield in like that, it'll be a bam-bam play.
The 1-2. Breaking ball fouled straight back. But if there's a base hit into the outfield, because he's nearly on third base, he's probably going to score pretty easily, which is the go-ahead run.
He's just going to roll the dice, I guess.
It's something that you have to be careful with.
Watch where that ball goes, I guess.
Into the windup, the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball just off the plate inside. That was a pretty good one from Acosta.
That was pretty.
So you got to be careful, though, if you're Kidwell. He kind of jumped up and down, did the squat. You don't want to show the home plate umpire up with your pitcher on the mound, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive towards the right center field gap, and that is going to fall in for a base hit. Gavin Oliver does it again. 1 run scores. Ooh. Here comes the second run, who's going to have to go to the plate as that's overthrown. Walker Wilson's, the back pick hits Walker Wilson in the back. As the Outlaws score 2 to go, down 1 to up 1. 1 swing of the bat from Gavin Oliver.
That's the second time that he has come up with a 2-run hit to the outfield. He is really dialed in this afternoon. Great job, great piece of hitting as he went inside out on that one to power it into the right center field gap.
Bauer with the laser single his last time up. Only to prove my point about in the books tomorrow it will be a laser.
Whatever you say.
Opportunity here to tack on some runs. First pitch swinging out of play. 0-1. Outlaws, though, in that last swing didn't look like they were on the same page as if they wanted to hold the runner at third, they wouldn't have been able to, as the runner that was behind him was already halfway there, as he got a little bit better of a read on the ball. The Basque were able to make a pretty good relay. They probably cut that go-ahead run at the plate. The pitch outside as it's going to bounce back. Play at the plate is not in time as Wendell flips it, unable to get it there. Oliver takes a hard turn at third.
Wendell slipped a little bit on that one, or else he had the right idea, but he slid just a little bit past the ball, farther than he intended. Otherwise, that would have been a lot closer play at the plate.
Wilson scores for his third consecutive trip around the base paths, as it is now, I believe, a 1-2 count, but the Outlaws on top 7-5 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
Sun peeking out from the west there.
It's actually 1-1 as Acosta comes set. The pitch misses outside, 2-1. Acosta back to the mound. Bauer in the box. 2-1 the count. 1 out. Runner on third. The pitch misses inside. 3-1.
Good eye there, as that was awfully close. Nice job of taking there by Mr. Bauer.
Come set. The 3-1 pitch. As he kind of waved at that one, caught a piece of it, followed it straight back. 3-2.
That was a good piece of hitting, though, because that was too close to let go by. He just flicked that bat out there, like you said, and able to stay alive. I'll give Acosta this. He keeps hitting that same spot, or same area at least.
3-2 is fouled away. This will reset and do it again. Jackson Osborne stands on deck. I'd like to make a correction. The bat's not for Watermelon. It's for Patrick Starr, the character in SpongeBob.
I still think that makes him a pretty cool dude.
3-2 the count to Bauer. Infield is in. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a very good breaking ball there from Acosta for out number 2.
Most of his breaking balls, the breaking balls I should say from Acosta have been more inside and coming across the middle of the plate. That time it started more in the middle of the plate and broke away and really fooled Bauer there for that second out. Nice pitching.
This brings up Osborne, 2 outs with a runner on third. That's a big insurance run standing 90 feet away in the form of Gavin Oliver. First pitch, misses outside for a ball.
We talked about that back when Elko had the bases loaded and an opportunity to tack on a couple of extras. Needing that 5 runs or so, that's a comfortable cushion. And Evanston definitely showed that you better score those runs when you have the opportunity.
That pitch misses high, 2-0 to Jackson Osborne. Osborne is 1 for 3 in the game, singled, reached on an error, lined out his last time up. He's had a lot of really good swings, or excuse me, a couple of pretty good swings. Comes set. Acosta delivers a 2-0. Swung on, popped up, right side. As Monette calls for it and makes the play for out number 3. As that'll do it for us here in the top half of the 6th inning. Outlaws put up 4 to take a 7-5 lead on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. As you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, listening in at 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Using the old-fashioned country tradition of barn building, Martin Sheds uses the time-honored construction techniques handed down from generation to generation. For quality, care, and attention to detail, contact Martin Sheds at 307-679-8187 to get a quote today.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth. New pitcher on the mound. replace the first name, keep the last name. That's Ryder Wilson. He will replace Walker Wilson. We can officially close the book on him, as we'll get to that here in a second. Ryder Wilson will take over here in the top half of the 6th inning. This is something the Outlaws like to do. This is nothing against Ryder. His velocity isn't quite the same as Walker's, and the Outlaws try to use that speed difference to get the hitters off balance, as Walker Wilson finishes with 5 innings pitched, 5 runs allowed, only 2 of them earned on 3 hits, 3 walks, punched out 8 in his start, as he had another really good start.
That's a smart play, though, when you change up the delivery and the velocity, that movement, especially after you've gone 2 or 3 times through the lineup. Is Elko going to have the ability to adjust to that? We're going to find out pretty quick.
We'll get you some stats on Ryder Wilson.
Change on the mound for Evanston.
As he leads the team in innings pitched with 27 innings pitched. He's had 12 appearances, started 3 games. He's 1-1 with a save. He's 1-for-1 in save opportunities, as he's allowed 26 runs, 20 of them earned. Walked 9, struck out 26. Hit 3 batters with 5.18 ERA as he finds a strike zone with the first pitch, 0-1. I think that's the most important thing for him, find the zone coming in relief.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a similar motion to Acosta for the Bascos.
As that pitch misses just low, 1-1. At the plate is Cooper Deely, followed by Wendell and Arnguena, 7, 8, 9 hitters. A fastball in the outside corner, 0-2. That's a very good pitch there from Ryder Wilson.
He looked that in the whole way, did Deely. Wishing he had that one back.
Comes set, holds at the belt. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball breaks off the table for a ball, 2-2. Pretty good 2-2 pitch there from Ryder Wilson.
Yep.
Or excuse me, 1-2.
Yeah, no.
If
he'll wave at it, good times. If not, you're still in command.
Comes set, the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball popped up right side of the infield as Windley is underneath it. Makes the play for out number 1.
Good pitch in there, and a nice piece of hitting, actually, as Deely waited on that. He just didn't get it squared up quite enough and popped it out for the first out. Great pitch, great pitching, and a great start for Ryder Wilson.
That brings up Wendell, the catcher, 0-for-2. Struck out, grounded out his last time up. So Ryder Wilson comes set, the pitch. First pitch swinging, that's fouled over the backstop, 0-1.
Speed doesn't seem to be hampering Elko as they're swinging the bat right now. It's the location. They're just having a hard time, as I said, squaring up to Ryder Wilson's pitching.
Comes set, delivers the 0-1. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-1. 7-5 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Outlaws on top of the Bascos.
We threw out that pitcher's duel, and then both teams have scored 8 runs since.
That's a fastball in the outside corner, 1-2. It looked like that had a little bit of tailback to it.
I was going to say almost a screwball from a righty as it came outside in.
1-2 the count, 1 out. Bottom half of the 6th inning. As we're going to get time called before the pitch. And, we talk about throwing out the pitcher's duel. It just means that we've seen everything in this game, it seems like. Well, I can't say everything because baseball has a funny way of it's going to show us something weird. The 1-2 pitch.
Baseball goes, wait, hold my beer.
Yeah, as that fastball misses above the zone, 2-2. 2-2 the count. 1 out. As Ryder Wilson comes set, delivers the 2-2. Breaking ball that stays just above the zone, 3-2.
A nice job by the catcher trying to frame that one, but no dice. I'm really impressed with the work of both catchers behind the plate. They really do a good job of helping their pitchers, and they've each gotten a couple of calls.
3-2 pitch. As he leaned in, they're going to call. They're going to call him out as that's going to be a strikeout as he leaned over the plate to wear that one off the elbow.
No, that was the right call there.
The breaking ball froze him and just trying to get on anyway or expect it.
Yeah, I was going to say, take a shot, but he definitely went out over the strike zone to take that one.
2 up, 2 down, as it'll bring up Aranguena. Ryder Wilson comes set.
That's a no-doubter.
Apparently that one didn't get him, though.
Did that hit the dirt first? Okay.
I don't think it got him at all.
Got to love them 59-foot pitches.
I don't know how it avoided him.
I don't.
The 1-0. Misses down low, 2-0.
All right. I guess there was some doubt, so we'll take that one.
2-0 the count. Maybe Aranguena just wanted to hit.
Yeah, it was like, no.
I
defer.
Albert Bell style. 2-0 pitch.
Oh.
Swing and a line drive towards the second baseman. Windley fields it on a hop, fires across in time for the out as the Outlaws get him 1-2-3 here in the bottom half of the 6th. We'll roll on to the top of the 7th as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network, listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well.
At Black's Fork Dental, we're not just a dental office, we're a family. We believe in inspiring lasting smiles, and that means welcoming patients of all ages. From the littlest smiles to the wisest grins, our team is here to provide gentle and caring dental care for your entire family. Our warm and friendly atmosphere will make you and your kids feel right at home, ensuring every visit is a positive one. At our office, we use the latest technology to provide top-notch care for your family's dental needs, from x-rays to crowns, clear correct to implants, or even dentures. Black's Fork Dental, where advanced technology meets compassionate care. Join our dental family today by scheduling at blacksforkdental.com.
It's lunchtime, and I'm stuck at the office.
Jackalope. The big game is on. I can't miss it just to pick up groceries.
Jackalope.
Mom, I need supplies for my school project.
Jackalope.
Doing the hopping for your shopping. Jackalope Delivery. 307-679-7174.
Jackalope.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast booth. New pitcher on the mound is Carter Kidwell. He goes from short to the mound as Acosta will go from the mound to third base, as Duke will go from third to short, as that is your defensive change here in the top half of the 7th inning, as looks like we're going to get through 7 at least in this contest, as this has been a tremendous matchup between the Bascos and the Outlaws.
Been a lot of fun, back and forth, and that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing you want to see. I think as a coach, you want to see how your kids react to different situations, and I think both teams have responded well.
Yeah, it's the reason you play these games. For the Outlaws, you're trying to learn how to salt one away. You get up 2 in the last 2 innings, and you're learning how to finish it off. For the Bascos, you're trying to learn how to come back in a game and what works when you're trailing and how to get back into one. As both these teams, it's been back and forth all day, as Breckenridge will lead off for the Outlaws.
Kidwell made 5 appearances for the Elko High School team. Not super successful. 4 strikeouts, I should say 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, and a 15.27 ERA. So I think the Bascos are hoping that he throws strikes and the defense picks him up.
That pitch misses high, ball 1. If you're the Outlaws, though, insurance runs don't cost extra. You want to try to tack some on before we get to the bottom half of the 7th.
Wilson did a great job there in the bottom half of the last inning.
Fastball in the outside corner at the knees for a strike. 1-1 the count. Rich comes into the at-bat, 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up. Wind up, the 1-1 pitch. Misses down and in, 2-1. Breckenridge wearing the old school stirrups.
My kind of guy right there. What is this long pant thing? Get off my lawn.
The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. That's going to get past Kidwell. It's going to be a tough play for Duke as Breckenridge is going to get himself an infield single.
It just handcuffed Kidwell. He was right in position, but it took a little funny hop, it looked like, right there in front of the mound. It just went right over his glove.
This brings up Josh Moyo as he will hit for Tyson Bateman.
Brings to bat number 80, Josh Moyo.
Rich, the runner on first.
Wind finally dying down as we get to the early part of the evening, past 8 o'clock.
Moyle will step into the box. As Kidwell comes set, checks the runner at first, delivers the pitch to Moyles as grounded down the first baseline, foul.
Carter really looks like he wants to work that ball in on the fists. He throws his fastball outside in kind of a thing, middle plate in, and we haven't seen any really hard hit balls yet. Some contact to be sure, but nothing major yet.
Moyles batting has a 263 on base percentage, 440 OPS. The pitch misses low for a ball, 1-1. A young guy getting an opportunity here for the Outlaws in a big situation, getting an at-bat.
That's why we play these games. We just keep pointing out those opportunities for kids to learn.
1-1 the count. The pitch. Strike 2 called on the outside corner at the knees, 1-2.
Started out, broke in. Nice placement there for Kidwell.
It's an opportunity for a young kid, too, to see some really good pitching as Kidwell has dotted 2 fastballs against him. It's kind of a tough at-bat when you get 2 fastballs down at the knees away. Not a lot you can do as Kidwell's going to step off, forcing Rich back to first.
Looks like it was just practice up there on the softball field. The lights are off now, and we're the only game in town.
The 1-2. Wave and a miss at a breaking ball off the plate outside for out number 1.
He knew he had to swing. He just didn't have the mechanics to make contact on that one as Kidwell's pitch was well off the plate and did not come in close enough for him to be able to make that contact.
And that's one of the learning curves that you get as a young hitter, is the breaking ball from the C League to the single A league. There's a big jump in that pitch, as the only way to learn how to hit him is to see him. First pitch to Windley, misses low, ball 1 as he singled and scored his last time up. It's Kidman.
What's that?
Kidwell, excuse me. Sorry. Comes set. The 1-0. Swinging a foul ball off of Windley while he was in the box. 1-1. Good effort, though, from Wendell to spring up just in case. You never know.
Yeah, he was ready. He was ready. Got right down on that. All he had to do was pick it up and throw it wherever he wanted to, if it was a fair hit ball.
1-1 the count, 1 out. Top half of the 7th inning. Outlaws looking to tack on here. They lead 7-5 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Pitch low in the dirt. Good stop there behind the plate by Wendell.
Yeah, he's done a great job behind the plate. There's been a lot of balls that have hit the dirt and sailed high, and I think all but 1 or 2 of them he's been able to knock down.
2-1 the count. It's Windley back into the box. As Kidwell comes set, holds the belt. The 2-1. In the dirt, picked out of the dirt again by Wendell. That was a tremendous play.
Yeah, it was.
He springs right out of his stance.
Kidwell has a little bit of velocity, a lot of movement, and Wendell has done a great job of keeping that ball in front and keeping the runner at first base.
Comes set, 3-1. Misses low for a ball. That'll bring up Damian Common with runners on first and second. 1 out in the inning.
Playing left field, number 29, Damian.
Great opportunity here for the Outlaws to get that insurance run. As we said earlier, 2 runs ain't nothing in this level of ball. Getting 1 or even 2 more really will give Ryder Wilson a lot to work with when we get to the bottom of the 7th inning. Getting close to that time limit we talked about, but they'll let the home team battle in the bottom of the 7th.
Yep.
I believe is what you said earlier.
I say technically we're about 9 minutes away from when the time limit would have expired, but we have started the 7th inning, so I imagine as long as it doesn't go and tied, it shouldn't matter. But I wouldn't be quite opposed to, if it is tied heading into the 8th inning, letting these two battle it out.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, what fun's a tie?
Bonus baseball.
Comes set, the pitch. It's Common, squares to bunt, gets away.
Another assist from Brad Patton. He knocked one down earlier in the game for the Bascos, and that one off his right shin just died right there in the dirt and kept the Outlaws from advancing.
Has to be a bad feeling as an umpire. Not only do you get hit by the ball, but inadvertently you help a team out. But obviously it's not on purpose. He's not back there playing second catcher, trying to knock the ball down when it gets away. This Kidwell's going to step off. Plus you get hit by a ball, and that's never fun.
No. Yeah, that's bad. I've seen it on the basketball court. I've seen it on the football field, too. It's just part of the game, part of the field.
I'm set, the 1-0. Common squares the bunt, bounces away. Wendell can't find it. Good base running there as Rich moved up. Then Windley saw nobody was by second, decided to take second himself. As now it's runners on second and third, one down here in the top half of the 7th inning. A couple of real big runs standing on the base paths for Damian Common.
Didn't hear a lot of communication either, so you know that the base runners out there on the base paths paying attention and really playing smart baseball right now with their team up 2 runs.
Kidwell comes set. Delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball above the zone. 2-1.
Bascos with the infield in trying to cut off that run at the plate. They do not want Evanston to get that insurance run, even one of them.
2-1 the count. Runners on second and third, one down. Top of the 7th. The pitch. Misses outside. 3-1. It's a very intriguing pitch here in this game. As 3-1 the count. Top of the order on deck in the form of Ryder Wilson. Comes set. Delivers a 3-1. As that hits him.
Tried to sell he leaned into it too, ump, but that one was moving in. I don't think there was any motion at all to lean out over the plate on that one, so bases loaded now.
As we get a mound visit from the Elko coaching staff. And if you're Kidwell, you have to let that go.
I won't say he's pitched super effectively, but actually that's going to be it for him as they're signaling for the bullpen.
As that's going to be another pitching change for the Bascos as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of 2024 the Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network, listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com. All a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well. Bases loaded. Ryder Wilson will be up.
We have a pitching change for Elko. Coming into the ball game is number 8, Omar Salas.
As it's
taking over the pitch.
Omar Salas. He came in for Aranguena. As Acosta goes back to center. Duke will go back to third base. Kidwell goes back to short. Krantz moves from center to right, as that is your defensive alignment here in the top half of the 7th inning.
Infield still in, trying to cut down that run with the bases loaded.
First pitch misses for a ball. 1-0.
Tough spot to come in relief. You know, you want to throw strikes. You don't want to get hit hard, but again, you got to make the team beat you. And so far, not a lot of contact from the bats of the Outlaws.
Into the windup, the pitch misses inside, 2-0. As the Outlaws have done a pretty good job here in the latter innings of taking what is given to them. If they are getting strikes, they attack them, but if they're not, they've been willing to just take what is given to them. And that sounds like an easy thing to do, but sometimes as a hitter, you jump out of your shoes, especially in a situation like this. The 2-0. In the dirt, skips away as Breckenridge is going to stay at third base.
Kudos to Wendell as as soon as that ball hit the dirt, he was taking the mask off and heading for the back, and that would have been a close play even when the ball did get all the way to the backstop.
I do think because of the count and the situation, 3-0 with the bases loaded, I think that was kind of a hold them up, force them to throw a strike so we don't give up an out at the plate. As I do kind of like that, yeah. Allow the top of your order to hit with the bases loaded is never a bad thing for a team. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. Misses high. Ball 4 as Ryder Wilson draws a 1-out walk to force in a run.
4 pitches. Not a good start for Salas for the Bascos.
Rich comes across to score. Windley to third, Common to second as Ryder Wilson takes the spot on first.
Walker Wilson with a chance to help his brother out, nail down that save.
Well, not only nailed down the save, but nailed down his own personal win.
Yes.
If you don't want to do it for your brother, do it for your own personal selfish reasons.
Oh, family.
Bases loaded. First pitch to Walker Wilson. Misses high. 1-0.
5 straight balls out of the strike zone for the Bascos Salas.
And that one was pretty close to the zone. Looked like it's maybe a little bit up. But sometimes when you're erratic, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire as much. The 1-0 misses high and inside. 2-0, where if you're around the plate, sometimes you'll get that pitch that's about an inch or two off the plate just because the umpire gets so accustomed to you being in the zone. And it kind of happens. It's human nature. But it works the other way, too. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Misses low, 3-0, as Gavin Oliver stands on deck.
Salas yet to throw a strike. 7 straight balls as he's come in out of the pen.
The windup, 3-0 pitch. As Walker Wilson swinging 3-0, he fouls it over the first base dugout, not a play. The one thing that you cannot be if you're going to swing 3-0 is you cannot be late. You have to be on time because you know you're getting a fastball.
Well, that one's low and away. He might have let that go and might have had another run on that one.
The 3-1 misses inside. As it'll drive in another run, 9-5 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as Gavin Oliver steps to the plate with the bases loaded, 1 out. 2 runs home in the inning.
Brings about your shortstop, number 24, Gavin
Elko's
Oliver.
bullpen definitely struggling here as they have given up 7 runs. Ooh.
First pitch swinging, popped up right side. That one's going to land harmlessly in the grass in no man's land. 0-1.
Romanos, I think, lost track of that one right off the bat. I think he could have ran it down if he actually knew where it was, because that wasn't too far out of play there down the right field line back of first base.
Yeah, it definitely would have been a tough play, but you never know. But I agree with you. I think
he's
he lost
sneaky
it.
fast. He's sneaky fast. We learned that already.
The 0-1, swinging a line drive, destined for right center field. That's going to fall in. 1 run's going to score. As here comes the second run to the plate. As they're going to cut the throw off. Gavin Oliver will advance to second on the throw. As Gavin Oliver with a 2 RBI single makes it 11-5 game.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is RBI 5 and 6 for Mr. Oliver.
I think it's number 5, but I can double check that for sure. But what that definitely is that's definitely Gavin Oliver's 3rd straight RBI hit that he's had in this contest.
Bada bing boom. Yeah, no, he's definitely, and Outlaws have broken it open here. Yeah, to your point, when the Bascos are throwing strikes, the Outlaws are hitting them hard.
That would be the 5th RBI for Gavin Oliver. He has to be the lead candidate for the Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. But we'll get to that later in the game as Braxton Bauer will bat runners on first and second. 1 out in the inning.
Basco's back a little bit deeper, just trying to get the outs now and get out of the inning.
It's Bauer on a line to short. That's in and out of the glove of Kidwell. Another run's going to come across.
He came up thinking he fielded it, but it was hit so hard on that one hopper it popped right out of his glove.
Brings the bat the catcher for Evanston.
See what the scorer marks that down as. I think that's a hit.
Yeah, I was going to say that was hard off the bat from Braxton Bauer, as they do indeed give Braxton Bauer a hit.
That was a great job of getting a glove on it.
It's going to be an infield single for Braxton Bauer.
Looks like the Patrick Starr bat is out.
Absolutely, as Walker Wilson will score on the play. Gavin Oliver to third. First pitch swinging from Osborne. Fouled out of play. 0-1.
Foul ball, SpongeBob.
0-1 the count. $12-5 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Outlaws have really broken it open here with 5 in the 7th inning.
9 in the past 2. And
that pitch misses inside off the glove. Gavin Oliver got a late jump, but he's still going to score with a head-first slide into home plate. So they're going to mark that a pass ball. Bauer will move to second.
Well, a fun game, a good game has really come off the rails as the Outlaws have played at 10 now in the last inning plus.
Yeah, they've scored each in their last 4 innings. Been able to scratch across the run, and it's 1-1 the count. Jackson Osborne with another runner standing at second.
You know what? Now that I think I saw Patrick Starr's eyes on the bat. I might have seen him earlier thinking that was the watermelon seed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
the 1-1 misses, or they're going to call it a strike.
Oh.
At the chest on the inner third, 1-2.
You got to help a man out there, Patrick. You got eyes on the bat. You got to see that, swing at it, right?
The 1-2 pitch misses outside. 2-2. Bauer on second, 13-5 here in the top half of the 7th inning. Silas comes set. The pitch swung on and tipped. Does that look like that take a piece out of the home plate umpire, Brad Patton? He appears no worse for wear.
He's taking a few off of himself today.
As a umpire, I feel like it's always you got to go the Joe West move after you get hit. You just kind of flex on the ball.
Joe West, the cowboy.
2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second. Monette fields, fires across in time for out number 2. Productive at bat by Jackson Osborne as Braxton Bauer moves from second to third as Tony Natoli will bat here for the Outlaws.
Was that the Elko native or
yes,
Elko former resident? Yeah, okay.
As this is
homecoming.
The Outlaws have officially batted around here in the inning with Osborne's at bat.
We'll see what he can do here on the formerly home turf.
First pitch to Natoli, misses inside. As we might have discounted Tony Natoli for leads of the hair.
Oh, that's
this
true.
Outlaws team. He's got a pretty good flow going, too.
He's top 3.
As that pitch fouled off, that one definitely caught Brad Patton behind the plate as it shook the mask. 1-1.
He's also top 3 in name. I mean, come on. I don't know about you. I feel like some pizza, some pasta. Tony Natoli.
So Natoli's first at-bat with the Evanston Outlaws is going to go down as one to be remembered as it was a wood bat tournament in Pocatello, and I believe he was using Breckenridge's bat.
Another great name, by the way.
So he got sawed off and snapped it in two, the 1-1. Misses outside, 2-1. And, you know, you're trying to introduce yourself to a new team. It almost feels like the worst thing you can do is break someone's wood bat in a tournament.
Sorry, bro.
But Breckenridge, after the game, was walking around with like it was a trophy. 2-1s on the outside corner, 2-2. Comes set, the 2-2 pitch. As a rude welcome back as he gets hit with the curveball. As he'll be aboard.
And extend the inning, too.
As looks like him and Romanos are having a laugh about it. We're going to get a visit to the mound here in the 7th inning.
Basque goes with another pitching change.
As we'll have another commercial break as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Auto, home, life, renters, and business all have one thing in common. They all need insurance. Choosing the right agent is always hard. Choose the agent that takes a professional and individual approach to each client. At Farmers Insurance in Lyman, you will find that agent. Farrell is a down-to-earth person who loves hunting, fishing, and above all, his family. Come in and visit him and his friendly staff for a quote today at 37 Mountain Meadow Street, Suite B in Lyman.
At Alta Construction, we specialize in pre-engineered steel buildings, interior office framing, finishes and flooring, concrete work from foundations to concrete flat work. Alta Construction specializes in industrial and commercial projects. Call today at 307-786-4834. Alta Construction, from conception to completion.
The town of Mountain View is located in the historic Bridger Valley and serves as the gateway to the high Uintas. With a panoramic view of the rugged Uinta peaks, you feel like you're in paradise. Our town park and scenic river walk offer a safe place for rest and relaxation. Looking for a great place to live? Our quality of life is great and our people are very friendly. Come join our tranquil way of life. The town of Mountain View, a gateway to the high Uintas.
Book your next event at Aspen Cinemas. Make it your own with corporate or family parties, birthdays, video game nights, or personal screenings of new movies. They're all available. With affordable pricing and easy booking, you can make your next event stand out at Aspen Cinemas. Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846. Book your event today at Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast Booth. Everything else is just internet. 13-5 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Aaron Poling and Sam Brown bringing you a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament here from Elko, Nevada, online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. So you have a new pitcher on the mound.
Cameron Steenson.
Number 3,
Jackson Corbett will bat in place of Jaden Windley. As Steenson on the mound. Comes set. First pitch to Corbett. Strike on the outside corner. 0-1. We talk about cool bats. Jackson Corbett is the owner of a cool aluminum bat, as it is shaped like a pencil with an eraser at the very tip of the bat. It looks like a number 2 pencil. Good old-fashioned Ticonderoga. The 0-1. So that pitch misses down and away. 1-1. Runners on first and third. 2 outs. Come set. The 1-1 pitch. In the dirt. 2-1.
Bascos have definitely hurt themselves in this inning and the previous by not being able to find a strike zone. Too many walks. Too many pass balls and wild pitches as well.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. So actually, Corbett is actually batting for Moyo, who is batting for Bateman, who I imagine will come back into the game to play in the field in the bottom half of the 7th. Natoli actually batted, ironically, for Breckenridge. The 2-2 pitch.
Well, at least he didn't.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner for out number 3.
At least he didn't break his bat.
Well, maybe that's why Breckenridge couldn't bat.
Maybe so. We'll have to find that out.
As we were watching the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. We're going to thank everyone listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Distracted driving is dangerous. But some people just can't seem to help themselves. There's the steering wheel propper, the sneak-a-peeker, the fast roller, the nightlighter. And it's not long until they become the fender benderer, the got-a-ticketer, the veering off the road, the driver who kills someone. Enough with the phones already. Just put them down.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Pitcher on the mound is Gavin Oliver. Before we get to his stats, let you know the defensive changes as Ryder Wilson goes from the mound to center field. Walker Wilson goes from center field to shortstop, as that is your defensive changes. For Gavin Oliver, this is his 8th appearance.
Number 1, Armando Acosta.
He's pitched 15 innings. He is currently 2-1 with 3 saves and 3 save opportunities, as he has allowed 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 9 walks, 26 strikeouts, as his ERA is below 1. It is a .933.
Bascos with a pinch hitter. It's Taven Zaga Arbalaga. Say that 10 times fast.
I don't know if I can say that once.
Zaga Arbalaga.
Oliver comes set, the 0-1.
There's a rhythm to it. He's in the hole 0-2, I know that.
As they were referring to him as Zaga earlier on in the day, Oliver comes set, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Had a fastball in the inner third for out number 1.
Good cut by Zaga Arbalaga.
It's impressive.
But no contact, yeah.
Well, there's a reason I haven't tried that yet. we don't mean any disrespect.
No.
Because it's going to sound disrespectful when I try to say that, because it's going to take a lot of practice to get that one down for me. Oliver comes set. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss.
That's another pinch hitter, Carson Steenson, number 4, as the bench is emptying for the Bascos.
As Oliver comes set, delivers the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball above the zone. 0-2.
He's just rocking back and firing and catch it if you can.
Oliver comes set, holds at the belt, delivers the 0-2. Misses high. 1-2. And why not? I mean, you don't really need to show any of your off-speed pitches when you're up by 8. Fires the 1-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner.
Beautiful pitch there.
Brings to bat number 42, Nick Chamberlain.
So that'll bring up Nick Chamberlain. He'll bat from the left-hand side. 2 up, 2 down. In the top half. Excuse me, the bottom half of the 7th.
Nick making his first appearance for the Bascos after his brother Preston, a big bat for him last year. You might remember him playing right field for the Bascos
First
a
pitch.
year ago.
Called strike on the outside corner as Oliver comes set, delivers the 0-1. Misses outside as Gavin loses his hat.
I think he might have lost his footing a little bit there. He finished with his back to the mound, hat there. I'm lucky he didn't lose his glove or something.
That's when Gavin Oliver is good. Sometimes he has a tendency not to finish through on his pitches, but when he's finishing violently down, it's when he's able to find the zone with a fastball just like that. That's fouled straight back. 1-2.
I'm wondering, are you getting any gun readings on him?
Yeah, 72 to 74.
Okay. He's bringing the heat. It ain't major league, but it's something.
It's been effective.
Yeah, for real.
As we're going to get a timeout called, Oliver will step off.
2 Ks and 2 batters. That's effective.
He is also ahead 1-2. Come set. Elko down to their final strike, the 1-2. Just missed.
I thought the ball game was over there.
2 times your hat falls off in accident. I think 3 times he just wants to show off his hair a little bit.
He's trying to get in the best hair
Yeah, he must have heard us talking.
Yeah.
Delivers the 2-2 pitch. As that's on the ground to second. Chest high hop for Windley. Bobbles it, but is able to pick it up in time. Throws it across in time for the out as the Outlaws win this one 13-5 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Stay tuned as we'll have our postgame show when we come back. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Woodbat Classic online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Growing up is all about having your independence. And Y-High is here to help you gain real financial freedom with a Y-High Independence Account. With an emphasis on education, growth, and experience, the Y-High Independence Account prepares you to handle your own finances, so you're ready for what life throws your way. We're talking no parent or legal guardian required on your account, no risk of collections or negative reporting, and no overdraft fees. Find your independence with a Y-High Independence Account today.
Sell or buy your home with a realtor you can trust. At Cowboy State Realty, we are dedicated to helping you with all your real estate needs. At Cowboy State Realty, we are working for you. Call us at 307-200-4332 to schedule an appointment today. At Reese Auto Service in Lyman, you will find highly skilled mechanics who will get the job done right the first time. They work on anything from light line jobs of tire alignments, suspension work, and oil changes to heavy line jobs of engine replacement, differentials, and all powertrain components. Make sure all your recreational vehicles are working at top speed by getting them checked at Reese Auto Service in Lyman so your time having fun doesn't end early. Reese Auto Service, 541 State Highway 413, Lyman.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 second annual Elko Basque Classic online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Evanston Outlaws improved to 13-14 with a win here, 13-5 over the Elko Basques. And the score 13-5 seems like a blowout, but this was really a close game until about the 6th inning. As to start the scoring, the Elko scored 2 in the first. Outlaws would respond with 2 in the fourth, and that's when the scoring really took off. Outlaws got 1 in the fifth to take a 3-2 lead. Elko would respond with 3 in the fifth. Outlaws respond with 4 in the sixth and 6 in the 7th, as that is the 13-5 score. 13 runs on 9 hits, 4 errors for the Outlaws, 5 runs on 3 hits, 1 error for Elko. As we're going to welcome into the Union Broadcast booth manager of said Evanston Outlaws, and that is Coach Nick Small. And Coach, after we made the drive yesterday, you guys made the drive down today. The impressive part about this is you guys were able to get your legs going after long travel. What was the key to that for you guys to come out and play as well as you did today?
Yeah, I thought we came out a little flat that first inning, kicked the ball around a little bit, and then once we got in the third, I think we got back into it and woke up and bats came alive for us.
So Walker on the mound, he was very good. A couple of runs scored in the first inning that were unearned, but after that he put up zeros for you guys until you were able to crawl back into it, take the lead. Just talk about his performance on the mound.
Yeah, Walker's one of those kids, he kind of gets a little amped up sometimes and overthrows a little bit. His defense kind of kicked it around for him, and he was trying to do too much. And once he settled in, he's a good one to have on the mound for us when he's on.
Gavin Oliver had 3 consecutive RBI hits, drove in 5 runs total. His bat in your guys' lineup when he is on fire and makes your guys' lineup that much better.
Agreed. Yeah, Gavin's kind of been slumping a little bit here lately. He's been working hard in the cage, and second inning, third inning there, the bat woke up for him, so that's good to see.
What about this game kind of sets the tone for you guys the rest of the tournament?
It's momentum, right? We got to play with it, and coming out with a win is going to carry into the next games.
Awesome, Coach. Anything else?
We'll thank our sponsors. Got to get to them. The Grand Slam Club, Alliance Drilling Tools, Marathon Pipeline, VFW Post 4280, and Auxiliary, Porter's Fireworks, Rocker Mountain Yeti, Union Wireless, Tom's HVAC, Basque Embroidery, Kazine's Ace Hardware, Evanston Regional Hospital, Western Wyoming Beverage, and Spire. Thank you, guys.
Of course, Coach, thank you. Good luck the rest of the way as we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, thank you, guys.
Awesome. Appreciate it. As manager of the Evanston Outlaws, that is Coach Nick Small. As when we come back, we'll have your Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game as you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Classic online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats in Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Serving the Bridger Valley since 1987, Bridger Valley Motors are your engine repair experts. Along with engine repair, Bridger Valley Motors offers towing services, tire alignments, brake repairs, and more. Visit Bridger Valley Motor at 217 North Main Street in Lyman.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankham. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankham, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankham at 789-8910.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth as it is time for your Dr. McKay Frankum precision play of the game. And for that, we're going to give it to Gavin Oliver's RBI double that helped put the Outlaws tie the game. And then, of course, Gavin Oliver continued. We'll have more on him in the next segment as we go to our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Everything is better with Pepsi. Who is better today? And it has to be Gavin Oliver. 5 RBIs. 3 consecutive base hits for the score runs. He's awesome today.
And the thing about Gavin Oliver today was they weren't bloops. They were no doubters.
No.
They were frozen ropes. Each one of them that he drove runs in with those 3 hits were solid over the head of the outfielders. And I think you were talking with the coach about the fact that he'd been struggling a little bit lately. You didn't see that today.
No.
And then he came out and closed it out with that arm as well. So great job. Great way to build some confidence heading into a big tournament like this.
I'd like to say he's Gavin Oliver struggling. For a lot of kids, the numbers he's put up this year, a lot of kids would be real happy with that. Gavin Oliver has tried to change his approach and wanted to stay within himself a little bit more coming into this year, and it didn't pay off in the beginning of the season. And now I really feel like it's starting to pay off in droves. Taking the walks when you don't get a strike to hit, you don't want to try to force it. You allow the baton to get past to Braxton Bauer behind you, who's a really good hitter, to Jackson Osborne, who hits the ball well, to Brecken Rich, who's coming on strong, and you continue to do that. It makes you that much better of a team, that much stronger of a team. That's what we saw here with the Outlaws today.
You know, you make a good point there is not only do you learn some things that you need to do individually to improve your performance, but also you're learning to trust your teammates, and set them up for success by the choices that you make. And today it was him taking the bull by the horn, so to speak, and driving the offense, with those 5 RBI. But it'll be interesting to see how he performs for the rest of the tournament.
We want to thank everyone tuning in for joining us. We want to thank all of our sponsors for being a part of our broadcast. But most importantly, we want to thank our producer back in the studio, Colton Bagley, who it's going on nearly 10 p.m. back home in Mountain Time. So we want to thank Colton for sticking with us through what became a long night. Until next time, go Outlaws.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.